Hello, everybody listening to the Fair Weather Podcast. It's your boy 2K Suave. I'm joined with A-Rod. I'm joined with Sammy. I'm joined with Vic. How is everybody doing today? It is the first of the month. It is the greatest month of the year. It is May. It's Taurus season. May Taurus is greater than a sign. Everybody, I just want to say we outside. What's going on? I'm not gonna start with you, A-Rod, because right now you my op. So what, what's up, Vic? What's up, Vic?
What's up? What's up, man? Just living the dream. Like last week, I'm gonna be slightly distracted.
Not really.
But
Y'all up by 40 points, so you good.
we're up by 20, and this is the Celtics we're talking about.
Come on, have some faith in your team. Give me
Yeah.
give me something. Give me something crazy, funny, wacky. Give me something.
Well, let's talk about Dortmund in the Champions League, officially securing a fifth Champions League spot for the Bundesliga, which essentially is going to be their spot because they're currently fifth in the Bundesliga, and that means that England, the Premier League, the best league in the world, apparently, only has four. Italy and Germany with five, England with four. Tottenham on the outside looking in.
Okay. Anything on Wrexham? I saw the season premiere is like coming up for the for that show on FX. Anything on Wrexham?
Yeah. So they did they beat Stockport? I think they just beat Stockport in their final game of the season. Let me double check my facts here because we like our facts. Yeah, they beat Stockport County, who were at the top of the table. Now, to be fair, Stockport had already secured the League One title. I'm sorry, League Two title. So they weren't really playing for much. Wrexham secured second place on the table. So they finished second after being promoted just last season. So this is essentially it was a professional team, but I mean what's been done there is insane. The amount of money that those two guys put into that team is really starting to pay dividends now, as you can see. And it's really going to be I mean, if they can be in League One for 1 or 2 years and then eventually get promoted to the championship, they're looking at potentially selling that team for like hundreds of millions of dollars, right, Sammy? Or like at least $100 million, something like that. I mean, how much did they pay for? Like 30 million?
I'm about to say ROI. That ROI has the ROI.
That ROI is going to be high as shit.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna look it up right now while you ask Sammy how he's doing.
Yeah, go ahead, Sammy. What's up?
I'm chilling, bro. How are you?
Man, listen, I just gotta say something, Sammy. You are the real GOAT, just so you know. Everybody, Sammy has been like in the lab. I don't know. It's like he just the magical fingers of the laboratory, as Dexter's lab would say. He's been in that shit. He's cooking. Whoa. Come on now. Come on. Anyway, go ahead, Sammy. What's up, bro?
$2.5 million. That's all they paid for it.
2.5 mil?
Yes.
I feel we could have got a bank loan for that.
Like a Tampa Bay club sport team.
We gotta put our brinks together.
But that's how much they paid for it. They also sunk a lot of money into the team as well because they basically signed a bunch of League One players to play in the National League. So that wasn't cheap. But I'm just saying, like, their initial investment was $2.5 million. Shit.
Hey,
they're probably already able to double their money if they wanted to sell that team. It's crazy.
You can imagine seeing that on the loan report. What are you buying? Soccer club.
Right? Sammy, what's up?
Yo. Oh, wacky crazy. I mean, I wanted to talk about that pussy ass fight from the Rays game. That wasn't really over the weekend. But
no, that's fine because that was on my list too. I would love to talk about that.
I'll let you keep that because I think this one's pretty interesting too. I saw this the other day. I had turned off the Leverkusen game probably with like the 80th minute. It was a 2-1 game, and I was like, "Oh snap, man! Their unbeaten streak is about to go away." They scored in the 93rd minute to tie the game, so now they have a record 46 straight consecutive games without a loss, which is a European record. It's like unheard of. It's crazy.
Who's getting paid under the table? Somebody got to be getting paid. You know how this shit is.
I think they have something like 15 like extra time goals this season. Like they've been scoring, especially in the last few weeks. They've been scoring in like the 90th or the 95th, between those times. So, I mean, this is a team that like they're a bunch of young players. They have a good coach who was a great player for Real Madrid, for Liverpool. and they just they buy in, man. They really buy into the game. They grind the entire game. It's pretty awesome to watch. If you guys haven't watched the Leverkusen game, I know that the season's ending, but you could watch them in the Europa League coming up this Thursday, tomorrow, I believe. Or next week. But they're a fun team to watch if you want a good young team to watch and follow, because you already know all those players, they're getting poached. They're getting poached.
I love it. Hey, Alex, what's up, man?
Out of the obvious, wackiest crazy thing I've seen, I want to take it to the music side of things. At 2:24 on a Tuesday morning, we get what we've been waiting for from Mr. Kendrick Lamar. And I don't know about y'all, but I took my fan base out of it. I tried to sit there and listen to it, and I felt like it was also like a very friendly, comfortable jab back with saying, I know a lot more, don't make me do more. But the boy's got to respond now, man. So
Can I tell you something, Rod? For some reason, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't even listened to it. You know why? Because this shit. I went to the barbershop last week, right? And I was sitting in the barbershop. My boy Cook, shout out to Cook, Art of Barbering on Delmar. But guys, he right next to Kobe Steakhouse. Go ask for Cook. Thank me later. We were sitting down. We was talking about rap beefs and stuff, and then he decided to play Ether by Nas. And as soon as I heard Ether, I said, all of this shit that I'm hearing over the last month, I don't want to hear it no more. It's this whole beef, all of this beef, Chris Brown, Quavo,
We're
Dre,
not even talking about that. Fuck
all
that.
these-
That's a lame beef.
I am so tired. I feel like it's being forced on us now. Because there's no way everybody got a problem with somebody. Like the baby said something. Didn't the baby say something that there was somebody was trying to start some beef with him?
KK, this is our reality TV, okay? Your girl's got MTV. She's got 90 Day Fiance. She's got 23andMe. She got all them things, man.
Fact, my girl watches Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives.
Good. That's their stuff. They can have that.
I'll be tuning in.
This is my reality TV, because if you want to be number one, you got to beat number one, or vice versa, man. So you got to talk the talk and walk the walk, man. And for the longest, I've been saying, I can't stand Drake. I really can't. I say he makes music for your girls, for her to love you, or she makes music for your girl to listen to be like, damn, he's so cute, this and that. And then she comes home and like argues with you. That's what she does. That's basically what the music is made for, because of his antics and shit like that. I can't stand.
Listen, I'm not the biggest Drake fan. All right, I'm sure I've said this millions of times, but I'll give him a little bit of respect. Like, he's not like,
I give him his respect.
He is a pop star / hip hop artist. Like, he honestly has mastered that lane of, he will get a ghostwrite song like Controller, but he will also go diss my dog Meek Mill, and Meek Mill has yet to recover from that. So, like, I gotta give him his flowers. And Nothing Was the Same. I mean, that was like, I love that album. Okay, everybody likes, Take Care. I don't care about Take Care. I don't care about none of those albums, but I do like Nothing Was the Same. Like Tuscan Leather, how he opened up that damn album and he dropped Tuscan Leather. That shit was phenomenal. So I'll give him his flowers. But at the same time, all this beef, to me, I could care less. It's like, to me, it's nothing to me. But I'll let you have this. So yes,
keep it coming.
It was good though. Is it worth me listening to?
It's very worth listening to.
All right. I'm gonna take your word for it now, because I'm very picky. I'm very picky with music. So,
man, Drake got cooked. Boy.
You don't think Drake come back from it?
Oh no, he's gonna come back.
Oh, he's gonna try.
I guarantee you, Kendrick's got more in the arsenal already.
Yeah, damn, man. I wish J. Cole can.
He said, "Fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T."
I did see that on Complex or something. Okay, all right. Let me hop into this shit real quick. I'll get it. All right, we'll start with the first of all, the Rays. We live here in Tampa, or Central Florida, or West Florida, whatever we call this area, I-4 corridor, and they let the worst team in baseball sweep them over the weekend, right? So that was already crazy wacky to me to begin with. Then I don't know, they got pissed off at the world, and the Brew Crew came through, and they was throwing hands. Like, I don't know. I feel like when we talk about baseball, there's got to be some shit. The umps are not calling the right shit. Someone's taking steroids. Somebody's using tar in their hat. But when they fighting though, that's the shit I love because it's early in the season. It's starting to get hot outside. Everybody's in the bad mood. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just trying to get their shit together before the All-Star break. And them boys were scrapping, and I have a lot of respect for everybody that got involved. Jose Siri, I know he was involved. Yandy was in a little bit of it, but who from Milwaukee? Who Sammy? Do you know who like started it? Because I caught it.
It was.
Oh, Abner and Siri. Abner
Okay.
and Siri were the two.
Okay.
Yeah, so Siri,
who won?
Siri hit the home run in the second inning or third inning,
Mhm.
and then in the eighth inning, and then he did a stare down, like he looked straight at Abner Uribe, or no, he looked at Freddie Peralta, wasn't it? Yeah,
No,
he looked.
I thought it was Uribe he looked at.
Yeah, it was Uribe. So he looked straight at Uribe, and like Uribe didn't like that, right? So in the next at bat in the eighth inning, Uribe plunks him in the back with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Hell yeah.
Great. Oh no, Freddie Peralta. So no, this is how it went. My bad.
Okay.
He hit it off Freddie Peralta. Peralta plunks Siri in the back with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Peralta gets ejected, right? So on Siri's final at bat, Siri hits like a grounder to shortstop. Uribe recovers it, gets him out, and then Uribe says some shit to Siri, and then Siri was like, "Oh hell no," and said some shit back, and then yeah.
Let's go. I love it. Hey, we getting better fights from baseball than we get from like real boxing nowadays. So I'm gonna take.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna take. Well, listen,
Uribe went for the pimp slap though. I thought that was funny as shit.
Y'all never slapped nobody before?
I have. I've open hand slapped somebody.
Yo, Sam, have you ever open hand slapped somebody
Oh
before?
hell yeah! I wanted that to connect so bad.
Vic, have you ever open hand slapped somebody before?
He's got kids.
Yeah, it's the most disrespectful thing you can do to another man except for spit on him.
Spit is. I mean, that's grounds.
Spit's the worst.
That's grounds for whatever happens at that point. All right.
Yeah.
I was in the seventh grade. I was playing basketball at Discovery Intermediate School in Poinciana, Florida. And this dude named Snyder, he was a grade ahead of me. We were playing basketball outside. I'm cooking them, you know what I'm saying? I was out there just cooking them like Tyrese Maxey and whatever. And he got pissed because, I was talking my shit. I was yapping at the gums. And we're playing outside, mind you. He came out of nowhere he came from behind me and like out. Next thing you know, I'm in the air and I'm on the ground. Like he flipped me over and I'm on the ground, right? I never got up so quick in my life, right? But as quickly as I got up was as quickly as everybody like came to like stop me because Snyder happens to be like 5 inches shorter than me. So the fact that this short dude picked me up and threw me to the ground, I was embarrassed and disrespected, right? And PE was getting close to being over, and I'm like, you know what? I can't let this shit go because like I'm just looking at him the whole time. So we're getting changed again in PE into our regular clothes. I just walk up to his locker and I just open hand, bomb. And I felt so good after that. I don't know. I felt because I knew I disrespected him, but I felt like my embarrassment, I was able to get over it now because like, yo, I just slapped the shit out of you. And he couldn't do nothing back. And we didn't get suspended or written up. They sent us to the office. It's crazy how men fight and we can be cool after that. Like as we're getting escorted to the office, we're like, look, we're gonna tell them we got this from SmackDown last night because this one SmackDown was on Thursday, and we're like, yo, we're gonna tell them that we learned this from SmackDown and we're gonna be good. And we went in there, we sweet talked the dean, and we all good. He got slapped, and we all good. So shout out to open hand slaps. Now, NBA. Now, I got to say one thing about the NBA. Speaking of fights in baseball and open hand slaps, if you guys have been paying attention to the way the games have been officiated, they letting shit go. They letting shit go again. I'm feeling like listen, it's the whistles have been a little inconsistent, but there's been a lot of scrappy.
Little.
Listen, it has been the worst officiated.
Listen.
Let me just ask you this: how does Joker get 0 free throws in a game? 0.
So when they go to because you know how he plays, bro. He's that's not true.
What?
He didn't have 0 free throws.
Yes, he did.
It was minimal contact, like they be saying. Like,
like beat, like
what
the
they
jersey
say?
you're wearing.
The contact was what do they say? Was not A-Rod, because we watched the Sixers game. They use the same line like 50 times. What did they say? Like the contact wasn't
It's minimal contact.
like whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. They letting them play.
Inconsequential.
Hey, inconsequential, minimal contact.
But
But all right, Vic, what you got, man?
Why does Jokic get the Shaq treatment? Because we all know Shaq got fouled 100% of the time when he was younger. Pretty much every single play he was getting fouled. That's the only way he could stop him, and they would never call the fouls, right? But Embiid, who's like bigger, right? Well, I guess they're the same height, gets every fucking whistle. That man gets every whistle.
Vic, be honest.
Yeah.
Out of all those whistles, are over half of them real fouls?
For who? For Embiid?
Yes.
Yeah, over half. Yeah, over half
Okay.
of real fouls. But
he gets fouled a lot.
He chases it.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, he initiates the contact, which is
don't make that face, KK. You know that's his game. He initiates it. You reach, I teach. That's common. But it's just annoying that he gets away with it when he's fucking guarded by a 6'2" guy and they blow the whistle so quickly. And then he's like putting his hands up. Like, why? Why? Get the fuck out of here.
Stop fouling him. Like, seriously. Like, at the end of the day, I know it's annoying. Like, if I was a Knicks fan, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? But I get it. Stop fouling him. He gets fouled. He gets fouled a lot.
So then why is he complaining about calls if he's getting them?
Because he's not getting them all. He gets fouled more than they get calls.
When he's dropped 50 points, he had 20 free throws? Come on.
Right?
Come on, dude. Come on. You can't defend this man. The Philly fans that are defending this man is just it's asinine to me. I love Tyrese Maxey. Defend Maxey to the death. Like, defending Embiid, get the fuck. Like, come on, man.
Baby.
If I was a Sixers fan, I'd be so embarrassed. You're too big to be a little bitch like that. Not you, KK, but Embiid. He's too big.
Sammy's about to get open hand slap.
Yo, I feel like Joel Embiid has open hand slapped somebody before, and they probably didn't.
No, ain't no way, dude. He probably took somebody's hand and slapped himself in the face with it. And they call it foul.
A-Rod. So I will say this one thing, A-Rod. When he grabbed Mitchell Robinson's legs.
Thank you.
I was like, damn, that's fucked up. When I saw that shit, I was like,
when he hit Jalen Brunson in the head.
I was gonna say Jalen Brunson. He did it to fucking DiVincenzo. Bro, I love Embiid. I love Embiid, but bro, he's fucking dirty, man.
No,
he's
listen,
dirty.
This is the way the series is gonna be played. So
I know.
Okay, before this podcast was recorded, I was about to text you and tell you I'm day to day because I have a migraine.
Anyway, so all I gotta say is, are we just jumping into this series? Might as well. So
yeah, let's do it.
A-Rod, the floor is yours, bro. You guys have a 3-2 lead. Some would say we should probably have won the series already by now, but Samuel don't agree. A-Rod, what are you feeling right now, man? What are you feeling? Be honest.
I'm just wanting to bury the dog shit. That's all I want to do, and I like to do it in Philly, man. They showed the ticket sales, and I think it was like, what was it? 45% was from the city of Philly, and the other was from like outside of Philly, New Jersey, New York, mostly. So it's
a lot of people from South Jersey live in, go to.
I know, but I think they're tagging it as like New York fan base going there too. So.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Charles Barkley.
It's gonna happen.
Keep that damn racket out of there. We ain't letting none of y'all into the
happen again. Charles. They didn't want Charles. You don't want Charles rooting for you, man. You didn't want Charles.
Listen, we might be liable to throw some hands in the stadium. This because you know how Philly fans are. You know how New York fans are. Like, and Boston. Our fan bases are very, very just passionate, emotional, crazy people, right? Hands will probably be thrown. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have Carmelo Anthony and Patrick Ewing and John Starks and shit. We got AI coming to the game. We got Dr. J coming to the game. Don Staley gonna be outside. Dolph Shay's gonna be there. Right, we're bringing everybody.
Wrap up season ticket holders. All right,
we're bringing everybody.
I ain't gonna lie. The only people we got to throw hands is Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. We all know Larry Bird ain't throwing hands with nobody, bro.
Larry Bird
don't forget about Johnny Wahlberg.
Larry Bird's still trying to get that bird out of his attic. That's what he's trying to do right now.
He's an indie guy.
You don't think Larry Bird throw hands? Larry Bird would.
He don't like Boston like that. He don't like Boston.
Oh, that's true. He's an indie guy. He's the Hick from
Was
Fresh
it like
Prince,
the game he went to recently was like the first time he's been to a Celtics game in like forever? Like
which is
he
weird,
doesn't
right? Like
he doesn't really
he's-
go to Celtics games.
He doesn't
All
go to Pacer games. He just doesn't go to games. I think
Wait.
he's content with just living.
Yeah.
Vic, who's
He
the
deserves
greatest?
it.
Be honest. Like take rings and all that shit out of it. Who's the greatest Celtic of all time? Take rings away. Just
Either Larry Bird or Bill Russell.
I say Bird, bro. I'll say Bird. Like
I say Bird too.
I look at Bill Russell's game. He played great defense.
I was sleeping on John Havlicek, man.
Okay.
That shit.
Anyway, Sammy, who's the greatest Celtic of all time?
John Havlicek, man.
We're way off the subject. I don't give a shit about the Celtics right now. We got beef. I'm wearing sunglasses because I can't look you in the eye today. Bro.
Truth.
So
Continue.
all I can say is that Tyrese Maxey, man, I respect you. Made me a believer in him. He is him. Joel Embiid, I'm starting to lose like fandom in him after the way I've seen him play this series.
Sammy, why you gotta be like that, dog?
Listen,
Continue.
You know I like Joel Embiid. You know I like his game. I like everything that he brings to the basketball floor. But that Mitchell Robinson shit, that shit at DiVincenzo at the half court, the Brunson shit, like, nah. The dude's a bully. He's just like a straight up bully and crybaby. And he's a free throw merchant, man. He's a free throw merchant.
You've never said free throw merchant in your life. Don't let these boys get to your head.
But I've been watching this game, and it's like he gets every call that he wants. He does, but to your side, I play it like, don't foul the guy then. Don't foul the guy. But there's some questionable calls that have been going on the entire. I mean, I'm not going to allude to any of that. This whole officiating during the playoffs has been horrendous. It has been horrendous. And I'm not saying that game 3 should have went our way. Like, I'm not going to play that shit. Like, just thug it out and go to the next game. Go to the next game. But if you're going to tell me Joel Embiid isn't getting away with a lot of shit during this series, like, I'm sorry, I would have threw the motherfucker out the game for the Mitchell Robinson shit, man. That shit's just wild to me, man. But
hey, man, they used to get clothesline, dog. We good, bro. This is
but
playoff basketball, baby.
We can't go back in time and look at the film and just be like, oh yeah, Charles Oakley fucking decked him right there, and we just kept playing like it was nothing. I get that. The league is softer now, and play by your soft rules. If you want to play this gritty, ground and pound, fucking fist to fist basketball shit, I like that. But let me know what we're playing, because if Joel Embiid sneezes and we don't call a timeout or he gets fouled for that, like I don't want to see that shit, man. I'm over Joel Embiid and his antics. Motherfucker was literally hurt the entire game last time or yesterday, and still found a way to be efficient. And I was like, what is this guy doing?
He was not efficient. He had a triple-double. He was not efficient.
He was efficient. You won the game. He was efficient.
Maxey won the game.
AD was not efficient. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Maxey was efficient. Maxey is the greatest basketball player to ever walk on this earth.
Joel Embiid was getting fouled somehow. Bro. And to the Knicks, man, I love the heart. I love everything. That game, I was so hyped for it coming down the stretch. And then fucking Tyrese Maxey, man. That man ruined my fucking night, man. And ruined
I thought it was over. 96-90, I'm like, fuck, it's over, bro.
I had the perfect fucking gift to send too, man, and I didn't. And
Bruh.
I fucked up by sending that one too. Fuck me, man.
Bruh, I was like,
but then again, I'm a Knicks fan. I know what it's like being a Knicks fan. This is what I'm used to.
Bro, this is what it's like being a Sixers fan. It don't like.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Sammy. We haven't won a ring since '83. They haven't won a ring since '73. We're the worst franchises that are good. Like, I know how it feels.
Fuck both of y'all.
I know how it feels. I get it, bro.
You get good players. How many times have we seen the Knicks fuck it all up, man?
Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire.
Outside of that, before that, you know what I had to go with?
Eddie Curry.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bro.
Eddie Curry was nice, dog.
Yeah,
David Lee, 20 and 10 every year.
He was one chili cheese fries away from a heart attack coming on the floor, bro.
Here we go. All right. Confidence level. Where you at, A-Rod? I'm gonna take mine. I mean, we're still down 3-2. We are going home. I would say I was at a 3 before the last game. I'm like at a 5. I'm neutral right now. Like, I'm like, you know what? If we just go out and beat them up early and hopefully we hold off Josh Hart from offensive rebounds and DiVincenzo, don't we make – the big thing is like Deuce McBride. I need him to keep missing. He getting open looks all
That's my
day.
gripe with Thibs. That's
Oh
my
my
biggest gripe with
God.
Thibs. Why are you keep leaving him in the game so late?
Because he's
Fucking
open.
DiVincenzo.
He can make that
No,
shot.
but still, like it's driving me nuts. Put DiVincenzo back in.
I'm
And
at a five.
Sammy, you get your flowers on so many things. I've given you so many flowers throughout the week
What
via
flower?
text. But the one that I'm giving you here is, my God, OG Anunoby. That man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not familiar with his game. I really was not. And now I know why
He
they.
played in a different country. What do you expect? Nobody watches Toronto.
But I didn't think he was. I didn't know he was that big, bro.
Me neither.
He looks like he's wearing a fucking child's small jersey when he plays.
Me neither.
I'm like, God, the guy's a fucking tank, man. He's a bulldozer. Pause, man. But like, I respect his game, and I know why he's there. He's totally just an offensive threat in any way he can be. Offensive rebound, offensive shot outside. He's always finding a way to get open or make some kind of play. But my confidence level, I'm getting on my stupid high chair right now, and I'm feeling about 85, 90%.
Hell yeah. I want that. I love that energy.
Yeah, we're gonna change the name of the Wells Fargo Arena to the Els Fargo Arena, so I'm ready for that.
You said the Wells Fargo Arena to the what? Sammy, you heard that shit? Sammy, you're obviously you're innocent bystander here. Y'all would play the winner of this? No, y'all would play the winner of
We get Indy.
yeah, no. We would play the winner of Indy and Milwaukee. Y'all would play Sammy, y'all play the winner of the whatever. Anyway, Sammy, if you had to put your money on it, not to put your money on it, will a game 7 be forced? First of all, yes.
No,
or
because
Sammy?
and here's why. This is not has nothing to do with Embiid's talent. There's been many podcasts where I've voted for him, where I've said that's the MVP. That's who I think deserves it, especially the last 2 years, right? But it's the effort. Like, I'm scared of the Knicks as a Celtics fan because they don't quit. Like, that's what wins you championships. That's what gets you far. Like, look at the Heat. Look at some of these scrappy ass teams. No offense, KK. I love Tyrese Maxey. And yesterday was the one time, and me and my buddy were talking about this on the side. We said, until the Sixers decide to split that load between the two and allow Maxey to take over and have free reign, this team is always going to not win. Like,
Why is
Embiid,
that's not no offense to me. I agree with you.
Embiid can't do it. When you guys follow Maxey, it's a different game. You guys actually put an effort. When you guys follow Embiid, you follow what he does. He's lazy. He complains. You know this. You know this is true. He's an exceptional talent. He's very large. He's a big player. Pause. But, dude, he's lazy, man. And it's like, are you injured or are you not? That's always been my question, right? Because if you're injured, you can't come out here and drop 50 and get 21 free throws. You know what I'm saying? And then come back the next day and be like, oh, I'm hobbled. That's why we're losing. But anyway, regardless, I'm going to put my money on the Knicks because I like the effort that I'm seeing from the Knicks. But if the Sixers follow Tyrese Maxey, and if the coach realizes that, you guys will win.
And I will say this: a few years ago, I didn't listen. I wasn't my mind wasn't right, but it was when we had Jimmy Butler, and I was like, no, it was like right after Jimmy Butler. But I was like, damn, if I had to pick between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid at that time, I probably tweeted it or something. Y'all can check it out. I did say I'd give me Ben Simmons because of exactly what you said, Sammy. I was like, damn, man, he just be playing lazy sometimes, bro. Like, I don't know if he's hurt or not hurt. I don't know what's going on in his head. He eating too many cheeseburgers. Like, his effort does get on my nerves sometimes, but his ability is top notch. And I mean, Kobe would say the same thing about Shaq. That's the thing, though. Shaq was so dominant, and Kobe said he was one of the laziest people he was around. And imagine being that dominant, but you still win back-to-back championships.
Would Josh Hart get a rebound over Shaq? I don't think so.
Yes, he would.
I don't think so.
Yes, he would.
I
All
don't.
Right. All right. Let me tell you something. I played basketball with my coworkers, right? There's these two Italian dudes that play. They don't know shit about basketball. They go after every rebound because they hustle. And they always find a way to score baskets because they hustle. And the Knicks, the one thing I always say, the reason why I hate playing against the Knicks,
Boxing out.
we know they're gonna box out every possession. We know they're gonna go after every loose ball. We know they're gonna go after every. That's my thing with the Knicks. Like if it wasn't for this series, bro, I would love. Bro, I told A-Rod earlier. I told you earlier this year. Like I love this Knicks team so much. This is my favorite Knicks team since Latrell Sprewell because of how they play, and they've constructed a team that's perfect, and that's why A-Rod, I keep telling you, I don't want to see Julius Randle back in his lineup because like he's the lazy one, and I need y'all are just so cohesive and work hard and shit, and that's the thing. So I agree with you, Sammy, about the antics and everything with Embiid, but I mean you can't deny the talent, you can't deny the skill, but I do agree. Tyrese Maxey is going to take us as far as we can go. So I would love to run it through him and just see what we can do. So, but you're gonna put your money on the Knicks. I wish Vic can tell us what he's gonna do. But let's move on. We're gonna move on to Sammy's second favorite team in the East. Vic.
Hey,
Let me ask you one more question before we move on to the next series. First and foremost, will there be a game 7 between the Sixers and the Knicks?
yes,
I knew it.
Why?
because the refs love
knew it.
the
All right,
Sixers.
next series. We're moving on. Moving on. Y'all's two favorite team, Vic and Sammy, the Indiana Pacers. They weren't able to close it out just yet, but we did talk about this. We said on Sunday. You said on Sunday they're gonna go up 3-1. So we give you flowers for that. And then we find out that Dame is hurt and Giannis obviously didn't play game 5. And Patrick Beverly and Bobby Portis and Brooke Lopez found a way to get that shit take care of business at home, and we have a game 6 in Indiana. Now, A-Rod, I know you missed you read everything. Do we know what's going on with Dame and Giannis for game 6?
Giannis probably out. Dame is like a game time decision from what I keep seeing.
He ain't playing. Like if it's an Achilles, bro, it's like you don't end up like Kevin Durant. So I don't know. But Sammy, Vic, the floor, Vic, I'll give you the floor. The floor is yours. Y'all been convinced about Indiana. So continue to convince me because obviously they weren't able to close out the business in game 5, but they still have 2 games to close out the Milwaukee Bucks. Go ahead, Vic.
Well, we saw the Derek White game in Miami, right? So this was the Patrick Beverly game.
So are you saying Derek White and Patrick Beverly are the same? A-Rod, you heard this, right? You heard this, right?
He because Pat Beverly scored 15 and Derek White dropped 37. I don't think Pat Beverly's going to drop 37. I don't think he has in his career. 38. Sorry. Shortchanging my boy. But no, I mean, it was just one of those nights, right? Shooting nights where one team gets hot. Middleton was incredible.
Malik Beasley was incredible.
Beasley was incredible.
Yeah.
All things were clicking for Milwaukee. They were at home. They were at home, right? I think they were at home. So that definitely helps. Your role players are going to perform better at home. Unless you're the Celtics. So that I think Indiana needs to think about this is a win or go home because I would not be shocked if Giannis and Dame came back for game 7.
And what do you think? Just take it. Just put your money on it right now. You got to put whatever the odds are. Will there be a game 7?
No, because Doc Rivers is the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Amen. Sammy, your Indiana Pacers. What you got?
I mean, if Bobby Portis is going to go 14 and 24 from the field, like you just take that L and you move on to the next game. Like every dog has his day, right?
He does that in the playoffs, though.
I get it, and I love him. I love him as actually probably one of my favorite like not superstar players because of his heart. Yeah. Like that dude he's a he's a low key baller.
Can you imagine Bobby Portis on the Knicks? Jesus.
He used to be on the Knicks.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Same with Pat Bev the same way. I love Pat Bev.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
If I'm the Pacers, I gotta still feel pretty confident. I mean, that's a game where you didn't shoot exceptionally well. The other team kind of shot a little bit out of their range. I mean, we know Chris Middleton is capable of 29-point games, but like, when's the last time we saw Chris Middleton 29-point game?
Yeah.
Right? So if you're the Pacers, you
got to think
42
about that. The game before.
Huh?
He dropped 40 the game before.
But you get what
Listen,
I'm saying, though.
listen,
Yeah,
no,
like
but
from a consistent basis, is this
can I
what you
say
want to
this?
see?
When they won that championship, he was the number 2 on that team.
Yeah,
I know.
100%.
And
How long was that?
health has definitely like gotten the worst of him over the last couple of years, but he looks very confident right now. Like over the last couple of games, I'm like,
He does.
that's the Middleton that was there when they won the championship. I don't know. Again, we'll see, but this is the best I've seen him play since then, since the NBA Finals. Then, so maybe he's just found his groove. I don't know. What do you think, Sam? You think he found his
Like-
groove? It's just
Yeah, a little bit. But I also think on the other side, which I was going to get to, was I think I just want to see more from Halliburton. I feel like since the in-season tournament, like it's been very, very cold. I know they've been like a pretty good team, pretty consistent team, but he's just been very blah. I know he had some injuries there too. But if
do we overhype him?
I don't think so. I don't think
I hope
so.
not,
I
because
don't
we
think so.
were really high on him.
Yeah. I mean,
Nah,
he's balling.
He's still
balling.
young, only second time in the playoffs, right? So, yeah.
Hey, I just want to see him shoot more than 14 times. Like, come on, bro.
That's not his game, bro. He's a
Yeah.
point guard that can shoot. That's what he is. He's
Okay.
a true.
You're the
a
best
true
player.
point
You're the
guard.
best. You're the best player on this team.
He can throw dimes too. Don't forget about the dimes. He can throw dimes.
A-Rod, you think he better than Pascal Siakam?
Who?
Halliburton.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. Like Siakam, I know he didn't have a good game the last game, but like, I don't know. I'll be watching him sometimes. I'm like, damn, he's good. And then I'll be like, he's the most inconsistent, really good player. I see him.
They're two different types of players. That's the
I know,
player.
but like,
So that's hard to say. If you told me to have Pascal Siakam run the point, and you had to tell me, Halliburton had to play power forward, I'd be like, what are we doing here? So
would you say they're interchangeable as Batman and Robin, or are we sure Halliburton is definitely
Halliburton's number one.
Halliburton's definitely number one, but I feel like they're both 1A, 1B. Like they're both right there.
No, you got to go. There's got to be a 1 and a 2. No 1 and 1B.
And it has to be Halliburton then. It has to be Halliburton. Like they needed Siakam. Siakam definitely makes the team better, but like Siakam knows it's not his team. It's definitely Halliburton's team. It's not like Phoenix, where's Phoenix at anyways, by the way?
I cannot wait to get to
We
Phoenix.
can't
Oh
go
my God, I
in
can't wait to
Galveston.
get to Phoenix. They're in Galveston.
There's some big players in Galveston. and
They're not even good enough for Cancun. My dog, Sir Charles said they going to Galveston. Wait, who said
Them
Shaq
women-
or Charles?
They got them women in Galveston.
Charles
He had to apologize to Beyonce's mom.
Listen,
Yeah.
let me just say something. My parents live in Houston, so like I go to Houston. Galveston is the worst of fucking beach I have ever. It's literally oil in the water, bro. Like my parents love going on cruises, right? They're going on cruises all across the world. My mom called. She was like, I went out of a cruise out of Galveston. She said the smell was horrible and this and that. I'm like, can you imagine? You're about to go on vacation, and that's the first thing you got to see, and the last thing you see when you come back is that dirty ass water.
Hard pass.
BP
Bro, just
oil
the
in
way
that
Chuck-
shit.
Just the way Chuck was saying that dirty ass water. Like, I was cracking up.
That water dirty as hell, man. That water dirty.
I love when he does the churros in fucking San Antonio.
Hey, they got churros in San Antonio now. They got churros. And what you say, Chuck? They got churros. Hey, right. All right.
That's the best.
Hey, right. Apparently, according to Sammy and Vic, we what did they say? We ride their shit or whatever. Milwaukee, even though it's not true.
Yeah,
but
you do.
no, we don't. Come on. But anyway, A-Rod, as our residential Milwaukee Bucks fans on this show, how are we feeling about the Bucks' chances to come back and win the series?
Oh, me and Sammy talked about this before. I'm still sticking with the Bucks, but like I'm a realistic. Like it's over for them.
All right, no. You're speaking out of both sides of your mouth. How do you feel about the Bucks?
Oh, it's low. It's very low. It's very low, but I'm still sticking with them. I'm not gonna cave out. I'm not gonna cop out on this, but
So if you had to put
when you don't have your two superstars,
you gotta put your last dollar on who wins the series. Who you putting that last dollar on?
I took the ticket from Milwaukee. I'm cashing in on Milwaukee. I'm not changing it out.
Right now, still 3-2. No Giannis, no Dame.
Take my money, Vegas.
Okay, I like it. I like the confidence. I can't say the same myself, but because no, I ain't gonna lie. Well, game 3 and 4 in Indy, damn, like they play like a like a college kind of atmosphere in Indiana. Like they got their fan base is just like last night I have troubles falling asleep. Shout out to Roku, by the way, because they got this NBA channel and they be showing me hardwood classics.
We have no sponsors. Don't shout them out. Just
I'm a shout. Listen, somebody gonna give us a sponsor. But anyway, shout out to Roku. I was watching the Indiana versus Milwaukee game from 2000. Travis Best, Jalen Rose, Mark Jackson, and Ray Allen. Tim Thomas was great. And even then, the game was in Indiana. Them fans, bro, it's like they ain't got shit to do in Indiana but watch basketball and Indy 500. That's it. They got nothing else to do. So I got to give them credit. Their fan base is crazy, and that's why my level of confidence. They got to play Game 6 in Indy, and if Dame and Giannis not playing, if either one of them is out, I don't think they got a chance. Like it's a hobbled Dame, it's a hobbled Giannis.
Can I say something about Halliburton? I don't know if it's just me or like, is his shot like really ugly? Does he have enough shot?
Huh? Where you been at? Everybody know that.
I haven't watched that much of it, but like, dude, his shot is so gross.
That bitch be going in sometimes though.
People don't understand how he can shoot so well from three, and that shit is ugly as hell.
Y'all have you watched Sean Marion growing up? Come on now. We all watched Sean Marion.
Ugliest shot, but damn.
The bitches went in, dog. The bitches went in. All right. But you still going with Robin Milwaukee?
Yep. Sticking with it, man. That's what I said. I'm not one to cop out on what I say. So if anything, worse comes to worse, I eat crow. Yeah, if it goes my way, I'm looking like the winner, man. Big flex here.
My money ain't doing that. All right. Before we get to Boston, because they about to win this shit tonight. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. Vic, just accept it. It's happening, okay? Yeah. The most fun series that nobody is watching, the Cavs and Magic.
I've been watching this series every night. Are you fucking kidding me? It's my favorite series.
Let me explain something. I watched game 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Game 5, I'm at home. Obviously, the Sixers are playing at the same time. I turn on NBA TV. I'm not allowed to watch the game because there's a blackout because they're a home team. And for whatever reason, the Bally Sports that I get does not show the Magic. It only shows the Rays, and I could not watch the Magic. And I could have bootlegged it. I could have. I don't bootleg anything, by the way, FBI. But I could have bootlegged it if I wanted to. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because I want to support the National Basketball Association. But I couldn't watch the game, bro. That pissed me off.
Yeah, YouTube TV. I was watching on YouTube TV.
They put the Magic. They put the Magic and Cavs game at the worst possible times. It's always next to like the draft or next to this or next to that. I'm like, bruh. But this has been a series like game 1 and 2, 3 and 4 have been blowouts, right? Mm-hmm. But we've seen the best possible Cleveland and we've seen the best possible Orlando, right? And then game 5 was like down to the wire, exactly what we wanted, right? So we're going into game 6 in Orlando. Man, when's that game being played? Friday? Shit, I might have to slide. I might have to slide and see my boys because like I'm really proud of, we've talked about Orlando on the show a lot about like, where we can see them and Paolo and Wagner and Paolo, man, I love that duo a lot. And A-Rod, give your flowers to Sam because, PG, I'm telling you, we talked about this on this show, by the way, ESPN, Bleacher Report, we are always first to everything. And somehow y'all be posting this shit after we do and it gets on my nerves. But anyway, PG to Orlando will be crazy. But anyway, here we are. I would just speak for Orlando, and then y'all can speak for Cleveland or whatever. I like Orlando at home to go take care of business in Game 6. And when it comes down to it, you got to look at who has we look at remember NCAA, who got the older players and the veterans and this, that, and the third. I look at the Magic. Who's their vet? Is it Gary Harris? Is it Joe Ingles? Is it like who was their vet? And then you look at Cleveland.
Joe Ingles is there.
Yeah, he's there. And then Cleveland, who's their vet? I mean, are we going to consider Donovan Mitchell a vet?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen for sure.
So like they're kind of like young vets. So like I don't really have a pulse on who I could confidently say is going to win this series. So I'm like 50-50 right now. So Vic, you wore the Magic jersey on this show, so I'm gonna start with you. What do you think? What do you think about this series? What do you think about the chances of the Magic to come back and win it all and not win the series? And just overall, what you got?
Well, I picked before the series, Magic to win it. I don't know if I said 7, but now I guess I have no choice.
I
I
think
mean,
probably did.
Paolo, 39 points against a good defensive team and a good defensive big team in Cleveland. Even though they were hamstrung, I don't think Jared Allen's back yet, but still, he had to go against Mobley, and actually Mobley had the most important block of the fucking game. I mean, absolutely
like you said.
ripped my heart out of my sleeve, man. I thought they had it. I really thought they had it. I was actually looking at the last 2-minute report, and there was an incorrect call where Paolo should have gotten a foul call, didn't get it. But we're not going to talk about how bad the refs have been. No, I mean the Magic team have played well. Even the bench has played well. The only issue I have with this team right now is how they're still playing their rotation. And I'm talking about the Magic. They're still playing their rotation like it's the regular season, right? They're playing like 10 guys. Yeah. And in the playoffs, most good teams shorten that rotation. I mean,
like 8.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I haven't even seen Tillman. What's his name? Tillman for the Celtics, and he was a big part. And we hadn't seen Cornette until Porzingis got hurt. So these are guys that consistently played during the regular season, but you see that the difference in coaching where Mazzulla has been there before, knows to shorten the rotation and go with his dogs. I don't know that. I don't know that even though Joe Ingles performed well, I don't know that he deserved 10 minutes. I don't know that.
What's his plus minus?
Actually, his plus minus was plus 12. So I mean, he had a good impact. He was
so it was good.
I mean, he had a good. But I'm just saying, crazy how far Cole Anthony's come, huh? Damn. But yeah, only 12 minutes for Cole Anthony, 15 for Fultz, 15 for Wagner, 22 for Isaac. I mean, do we really need to give Gary Harris 19 minutes?
Do we really need to do that? Gary Harris. I mean, all right. So when I look at Orlando, my problem that I've had with Orlando for the longest is that they have too many of the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
So I think Mosley, Coach Mosley, is like he has no choice but to put this rotation out there because he doesn't even know what he has. Because some days Cole Anthony's aggressive, some days Jalen Suggs. It's hard. I don't know what Suggs I'm gonna get in the game. I feel
that was a big issue last night.
He's super aggressive, and some games he's just very passive, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think he doesn't really have a choice.
I mean, he's a 40% shooter from 3 during the regular season and went 0 for 5 last night. So I mean, these are things, in my opinion, that point favorably to the Magic being able to turn this around and possibly win 2 in a row. I mean, you had Donovan Mitchell go for 28 last night, which is amazing. But Garland went 9 for 16, 23 points, plus 9. I don't know that. It's funny. That was a quiet 23 points for Garland. I feel like I don't remember him scoring that much. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell had his best game of the series. Evan Mobley is just a defensive monster, dude.
He is.
What bothers me about Mobley? Why doesn't he step out and take more threes?
Because they haven't coached him to do that yet. Remember Bosch early on?
Yeah.
We didn't know he could. Nobody knew he had the range. Mm-hmm. He was still giving you 25 and 12.
Right.
And then Coach Spoelstra, can you imagine Mobley with the Miami Heat? Coach Spoelstra will get the most that he could possibly get out of him. Some coaches don't know how to tap into that. You know what I mean? But you're absolutely right. He's going to get that. I feel like that's an aspect of his game that he's going to add. I think he needs to he needs to just do it. You know what I mean? I think he's just let's just do it now. But Sammy, Vic, so level of confidence for Orlando. You think for sure we going 7 and we had a chance
to
go
I think we're going 7 and I'm going to get to see my Celtics in Orlando. Just one point I want to bring up is Evan Mobley, imagine Kevin Garnett playing in today's game. He would be and Dirk, even Dirk. Those two guys would have been incredible in this day and age. If they were if somebody had coached them to take a step out to the 3-point line, could you imagine Kevin Garnett hoisting up threes? Oh my God.
You know what's crazy? Kevin Garnett is one of my favorite players of all time by a mile, right? I think he's one of the greatest players of all time, right? In
Yeah.
today's game, Dirk Nowitzki would, oh my God, bro. Dirk Nowitzki would be, I don't even know how to, he would be one of the greatest players we ever seen. Just the way, because like he was doing this shit 25 years ago. He would like just understand what was, Kevin Garnett was hitting 18 footers. He knew how to play from there. Dirk, it was like, bro, can you please come inside and play down in the paint? Like, please. Because Kevin Garnett was 18 foot in. Dirk was like, let me just camp out here and then we'll figure it out. Then he got that little baseline,
Jimmy.
little fadeaway. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bro. Dirk, you look at Jokic, right? Look at the way Jokic is. Dirk, oh my God, Dirk would be crazy right now.
Dirk and Pau too. Pau Gasol's another one.
I wonder about Powell. But Sammy, what you got on this series?
Yeah, I would just like to add on to what Vic said about the Orlando Magic. I would like to see a little more contribution from the rest of the team. I feel like they're just way too reliant on Paolo Banchero, and that's why like my confidence level isn't high, even though I'm high on this team as a just overall talent in general. But I also don't care about the Cavs. Like there's nothing on that team that scares me. I hate Donovan Mitchell, how he speaks out. Like you were talking about, you said something about A-Rod, but I think Donovan Mitchell speaks out of both sides of his mouth. Honestly, I think he says but doesn't act. He's talking about Evan Mobley playing on both ends, and it's like, well, bro, why don't you take your own damn advice, huh? Why don't you?
We all know he can't defend.
You're trying to call people out like that.
He can't defend to save his life.
I'm just saying, you're trying to call people out like that.
When you have a player that you know is a good defensive player, you want him to make sure he steps up from defense.
But he's also
nobody's going to say that about. No one's going to say that about Donovan Mitchell. We know that.
But I'm saying he's also a good offensive player. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Evan Mobley is younger than Donovan Mitchell, and has the potential. He has the potential. No, I think he's a better offensive player than he is a defensive player, in my opinion. Yeah.
A-Rod, you're a big Mobley fan.
Evan Mobley?
Yeah.
A-Rod, you're a big Mobley fan. Is he better defensively or offensively?
He's a total package player when they allow him to.
Is he better defensively or offensively?
I think he checks both boxes evenly, man. Cavs win the next 2 games. Let's talk about the next series and stop sticking shit.
He's already there, and then Boston.
I'm already there, man. I've been waiting.
We don't got to talk
about.
We don't got to talk about Boston.
You really have no confidence at all in the Magic. Wow.
I don't, bro.
I'm gonna still rock.
Funny thing is, when we talked about this a few weeks ago, and I said what I said, you were like, "Damn, I could see it going that way." But they win 2 little games, and now you're like, "Oh, we're gonna come back." I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it ain't happening, and I'm sticking on this hill.
I'll tell you what. The reason I was worried about it is because Paolo. I didn't know Paolo was going to be Paolo. I mean, this guy is acting like this is his 5th trip to the conference finals or some shit. I mean, he's over here dropping like 30 bombs like it's nothing.
But listen,
I respect man.
The thing with Paolo is that he's young, right? He doesn't know this is time to take overtime. Because like we watch it, Franz is the one. Like to me, Franz is the energy. Paolo is the best player. Franz is like the Speedy Gonzalez or the energy plug. Like, let's do this shit. So I think once Paolo knows none of y'all hosts can guard me, then that's the Paolo we need to see. And that's why I need Paul George to be there, because Paul George is going to get the best assignment, and Paolo just go to work on it. Whatever he wants, that's the Paolo I want to see, because he's there. Like at Duke, we saw some flashes of it. Orlando during the season, we see it a little bit. Postseason, we got to figure it out. So I'm gonna still rock with Orlando. Vic, we still on Orlando. A-Rod with still with his Cleveland Cavs. And Sammy, you with who?
With Orlando.
All right, let's go. A-Rod, you lone wolf, baby. All right. And then shout out to Boston. Yeah, shout out to Boston. Yeah, nothing to talk about.
Chill.
Are y'all whole? Is everybody like what's up with Porzingis? What's up with Porzingis? Yeah.
Well, he has a similar injury to Giannis actually. So
A-Rod, what's up with Porzingis?
he's what I say. Don't give me my flowers just yet. You can just give them to me whenever
Give the flowers.
For saying an injury-prone guy is going to get injured. Okay.
It's not just that. He said, "Y'all know what's going to happen." That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all was like, "Nah."
Sammy agreed.
What do you expect me to say? Yeah, no, he's definitely going to get hurt.
Optimistic.
Gotta be optimistic. But here's the thing. No, I'm not even kidding. He does have the same injury as Giannis.
Okay. He's also 7'3" and has been injured his whole career. So
that's what I'm saying. It's going to be 2 or 3 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him until the Eastern Conference Finals.
Carve up. Everybody had a great year. I don't give a shit. But when it comes down to the time that you need to be there, that's all that matters. Look at AD. AD may have set careers in every fucking thing, but when I had to see him go out there and play like this, like I don't give a fuck. That all goes out the window to me.
Mr.
And
Glass,
Porzingis, you need Porzingis there. You need Porzingis there. And
I disagree. I think we
I'm
need
being there
Porzingis.
for-
I think to Vic's point, we need Porzingis to win the finals. I don't think we need Porzingis to win the East.
Yeah, listen, let's be honest.
I agree with that.
Cleveland,
I agree.
Orlando, Boston in 5. And then the next round after that, New York, Philly, or who else is there? Indiana. Unless Milwaukee miraculously can figure some shit out and everybody is super healthy, I'm gonna give you that. Like honestly, they need Porzingis for the finals because like I would say since like Valentine's Day, I was like, yeah, it's Boston, it's there. I'm gonna just let them have the East and let's figure out the West. So
You got to
like,
play.
I've been on that train for a minute now. So at this point, it's like, yes, he's hurt right now. We'll see if he's able to come back. Because like, it's like to me, it's like I don't even need to talk about Boston for the next 2 rounds. It's like, all right, y'all good.
I know.
This is me
They
giving
said
y'all
he's gonna
respect.
be back.
I'm giving y'all respect. All right.
I think the Magic can give us some trouble. I think that's a 6-game series. If
Yeah.
it
They
happens.
play y'all well in the regular season.
A comfortable 6.
That's
But
a
we fall
comfortable
asleep.
5
Like
games.
that's my problem with this team. Like we think our talent alone is going to get us by. No, you still have to show up and play the fucking game. People aren't going to creep. People aren't going to cower because you have a full roster of 5 guys that can fucking be a starter on every other team. Like, come on, man. Like, show up, play the game, play like you're supposed to. I agree. I said 5. This series should have been fucking 4. Honestly, this series should have been 4. The fact that, the fucking Miami Heat can't even find the bottom of the basket to save their life. This team fucking blows. We should blow them out of the fucking water. Like, this is fucking pitiful. Just because we fell asleep on ourselves in game 2, like, what the fuck was that?
Bruh,
At home?
it's 84-50, bro. We good,
Yo,
dog.
what the fuck are you talking about,
I don't
Sammy?
give
Hey,
a
we
shit.
good,
They
baby.
legitimately they set a franchise record
They
in
made
threes.
Put him to
23
bed.
threes.
Put him to
They made
bed.
23 threes, Sammy.
Put him to
23.
bed. Put him to
They
bed.
made 23 threes. Damn, A-Rod, this is first world problems, dog. I wish we had these problems, dog. Like, damn. They're like, y'all are good. It's
What
okay.
you mean? We look like fucking Joel Embiid out there the way we're so
Sammy,
fucking lazy half the
Sammy,
time.
when
The problem is when we play good.
Defensively, yeah,
Defensively. When we play well, we go up by 30, and then what do? We just chill. And then the
But
team
you're not
comes
playing Atlanta. You're not
but
playing
the team
Atlanta.
comes
You good.
right back in. The
You're
team
not
comes
playing
right
Atlanta.
back in.
You good, bro. It's good.
I'm gonna
All I'm
leave
gonna
and
say-
come back to see if it fixes my internet.
All I'm
Be
gonna,
back.
all I'm gonna say is that
It's
when
a
you're
McDonald's Wi-Fi.
when you're a really, really good team, it's hard to get up for everybody. You know what I mean? So like that's some shit that just happens. It's natural. It's natural. The Golden State Warriors were 73-9 and maybe they lost, right? It's hard to get up for everybody. So y'all just like need to be challenged a little bit more. I think losing that game 2, y'all got
Getting
challenged.
fucking challenged. Like what are you on, bro? Like getting challenged. We lost to the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. We lost and we should have beaten. I know it's Steph Curry, but we still should have beaten the Golden State Warriors in the finals. That's not
100%.
enough to wake you the fuck up and just want to run through everybody. Pause. Like I don't
Sam,
know, man. Like
Bro,
I don't know.
remember going into that series.
I'm tired of the excuses, man. I'm not a Sixers fan. No offense.
We had an episode on that one, remember? And I said, give me Boston in 5. I think talent-wise, y'all should have blown the doors off of these hoes in Golden State. But
That's what I'm saying.
y'all had no experience like the Golden State experience.
That was 3 years ago. I'm talking about right now.
I know.
I'm talking about right now. Don't you think
this is the best season
Okay.
they've had in a
Okay.
long time.
Okay, but to your point, don't you think a normal person, aka Anthony Edwards, when that shit happens to him, what does he do? Oh, fuck that. You know what I mean?
All right.
Fuck
and
that.
Sammy Vic. Y'all put it in our chat all the time. Jason Tatum, do something, right? Because we talk about Jason Tatum on the show a lot, and we know he gets a lot of criticism that may be warranted or unwarranted. But you know deep down, I know deep down Joel Embiid is a little dirty and he's a free throw merchant. I get it. I know deep down. I'm happy to admit it. You know your best player needs to like grow a pair. You know what I mean?
100%. I'll say that all day long. Yeah.
I watch Anthony Edwards, bro. Like every time I watch Anthony Edwards, I'm like, there goes Michael Jordan right there. Like, I don't know if I'm being blasphemous. I'll just be like,
I want to see, like, you have a guy do a semi-dirty play to you twice, like one with Caleb Barton and then the one with Bam Adebayo. And you don't do anything? Like, you don't do anything? Like, have you no shame? Like,
well,
are you
Al
serious?
Horford took care of that.
Well, no, but still, get up and get in his face. Don't fight him.
What?
Just get up.
You know what
would Kobe do? Like, that's the shit. Like, Jason Tatum preaches like he's the biggest Kobe fan, all this other shit. It's like, bro, then play like him, then be like him, then act like him. Because damn sure we all know, talent-wise, he could be like that. He just doesn't have the mentality.
Yeah. Like, Ime Udoka, you know, however we want to feel about him, right? That's the guy that's going to be able to get that out of him.
Exactly.
That's the guy that's going to get it out of him. Mazzulla, as good as he is as an offensive coach and he knows how to run good sets and everything like that, he's still a young man and he's still trying to figure out this shit. Because, like, he got thrusted into a role that is unprecedented. Like, you got to give him credit for playing this well this season. He got thrusted into a role that we don't even know, like, how anybody get that just out of nowhere. Like,
I don't even think it's that much of Joe Mazzulla's fault anymore. Just the play calling has been a little bit better. It's getting better every game, every couple months. I just think
you got to get the dog.
Well, we know he's not going to have that yet.
I mean,
like,
Joe Mazzulla, I don't think it's on any coach. Honestly, I think Joe Mazzulla is a fucking psychopath.
He is.
Like, he's a fucking maniac. But I just think Tatum's just not wired that way. I wish he was, but I just don't. Some people don't have it like that. Like, he's like a Carmelo, you know, kind of thing. You know, it's like
a fuck up. Don't ever use his name.
Carmelo was wired like that. He just
Carmelo was wired like that.
He was wired like that.
Don't
you dare do that
name out your mouth. He's like Drake
he's like Kevin Durant.
Drake of the NBA.
He's like Kevin Durant.
No, he's not like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's weird.
Nah, all right.
Carmelo.
All right.
Anyway, move on.
Perfect segue. Thank you for saying he's like Kevin Durant. All right.
Free Cancun.
So, Bradley Beal said, I ain't never been swept in my life. And I'll be damned that I think it's going to happen right now.
Well,
Frank Vogel said he wanted a point guard. He wanted a point guard. He got vetoed from getting the point guard, right? And A-Rod, your boy Devin Booker, he all of a sudden there's links to him going to New York. KD's not happy about his role. Everything in Phoenix is exactly what the fuck we've been saying about this Phoenix Suns team. The same shit we said about the Brooklyn Nets team. It ain't gonna work. And it still hasn't worked. And I've been saying it. You've been saying. We all been talking about this shit.
How's your dunk?
Dog. We're gonna get to Minnesota.
56.
We're gonna get to Minnesota, but A-Rod, we're gonna start with Phoenix, dog, because we've been talking about Phoenix. Because you've been talking about whose team is it? Everybody, we've been on this shit. And damn, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Watching Anthony Edwards this playoff series, dog, bro, my level of like, dog, because I was already like on, but he was been on my short. I said it shows before. He's been on my short list of my favorite players already, right? But what he did to Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, all the fucking money they got into those three dudes, swept. Hey, Rod, the floor is yours.
If anything, I give Bradley Beal his props for going out there and saying, well, I'll be damned. I'll give him that. That's the only thing that I'll give him. But that team, it's a pure shit show. It is the most horrendous looking team on paper. It's like 2000 and
wait, horrendous in what way?
In the way the roster is constructed.
Okay.
The roster is not constructed in a way to relieve Kevin Durant or Devin Booker in any way, or even help an ailing Bradley Beal, which we can say in confidence he's been hurting. He's not the same. He's probably not out there 100%. I don't give a shit either, man. I don't give a shit either. I love watching that team get swept. I hate Bradley Beal's there because I like the guy. I hate he had to go there, man. I'd rather it be what's that? What's that?
Should have went to.
What's that idiot's team on your team that plays for them now? The guy we hate.
What?
What's the guy that we hate? The point guard that plays for the
Beasley?
Sixers. No, for the Sixers.
Yeah.
Oh, campaign.
Fucked up. Campaign. Yeah,
His
campaign.
bum ass.
Yeah. And he's
The
balling.
ugly ass shot lefty.
No, man, but I mean it's been there. You just open your eyes and see it. Like Kevin Durant throws like subtle jabs about everything. And Devin Booker is soft. He's a soft type player.
Why you double teaming me, man?
Yeah, like
Why you double teaming me, man? Like, shut the fuck up.
and Bradley Beal, like you paid him all this money to have 2 games where he had 0 points.
Double like dogs.
Nick, you're up 30. Shut up.
Yeah, we got a Hauser and a Cornet dunk.
I don't hear it.
The Phoenix Suns are a joke. We don't really have to talk about it. Just 1, 2, 3 Cancun. I mean, that's what I got for them.
The funny thing is, like, it's probably the one thing that we've all agreed on all year is how much we hated the roster construction of this team.
Terrible.
I mean, I don't think one of us at one point, even when they were looking good, we were all like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna last.
Ain't gonna work.
I mean, they just didn't. They had no depth. They have, in terms of roster construction, it makes my fucking brain hurt. This is a typical new owner comes in, no patience, wants to absolutely just, get the championship now. If they would have actually built that Phoenix team and, I don't know, traded Ayton for picks. I know Ayton was a cancer. He had to go. But if
who they get rid of?
Picks,
Who they got rid of, Vic? They got rid of Ayton. They got rid of my boy Mikal Bridges. They got rid of Cam Johnson. Chris Paul. They got the whole infrastructure to go get Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant. And
all these people that honestly, are we sure that Cam Thomas isn't better than Bradley Beal right now?
Sammy.
I can't say that with confidence, but for that team, those trades made 0 sense.
Stupid.
Like, are you just trying to sell tickets or are you trying to win? Because look, I play 2K, right? I could put a fucking roster together.
Do you know why? Do you know why they made that trade?
Why?
Because Kevin Durant probably asked him to. I don't know.
What, the Phoenix? You mean Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Because Matt Ishbia bought the team and wanted to make a big splash so he can be an owner that shows that he's going to win a championship, but he actually fucking handicapped them.
It's
very easy. Every new owner tries to get involved in this stupid shit. For the people. When are we going to learn? I'm sure Matt Ishbia is a great guy.
Same thing.
He's just not a fucking good GM.
Yeah. Bro, like for me, I've been watching basketball since I was like 3 years old. Like, I've been obsessed with this sport my whole life. And I look at roster construction, I just like, this ain't gonna work, this gonna work, this ain't gonna work, this gonna work. Like, I look at the Nuggets, I'm like, God damn, this team is so good, right? Like, you just look at them like you just know they knew how to plug the pieces exactly where it needs to be plugged. Minnesota, they figured this shit out somehow. They knew how to plug it. I'll look at Phoenix, I'm like,
no, that shit fucking, that's coaching.
They lucked into that shit. That Timberwolves team got lucked.
They lucked into what? Credit. Playing Phoenix or what?
Oh my God.
No. Give that coach credit. Nobody thought the 2 bigs was going to work. Yeah. Nobody.
I didn't think it was going to work. And somehow, Rudy Gobert, for all the shit, you know how I feel about Rudy. For all the shit I get Rudy Gobert, he had a season in which
Continue with your comment. Continue with your original comment. We can go on here.
I like to do like apologies. My apologies to Rudy Gobert. Okay, like I'm gonna give him. But you look at Phoenix, right? You can't. What do I say about Boston all the time? Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown ain't gonna work unless you have a point guard who can control the shit, right?
I mean, you're not the only one.
Frank Vogel said he wanted a point guard, and they vetoed it and got Bradley Beal. And I was like, that ain't gonna work. Because you can't have 3 guys who think exactly the same. Score. Your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. I'm going to drop 49. You're going to drop 35, and we're still going to lose. That shit does not work. You need somebody who can, like, be the quarterback. Like, you have 2 great receivers. You have T.O. and Randy and Jerry Rice. You need a quarterback to keep their egos exactly where they need to be at, and everybody going to be on the same page. And that's the problem with Phoenix. Think about it. Even with Brooklyn, you got James Harden, score, free throw merchant, Kevin Durant, score, Kyrie Irving, score. Like, nobody was able to control the room. And that's the problem with Phoenix. And for everything that's happened, like, they got swept, cool, but damn, like, I don't know, they're a handicap right now. Because who wants to take that Bradley Beal contract? I don't know.
Nobody.
Kevin Durant, is Kevin Durant going to leave again? I don't know. I don't know. He's 36. And then Book, God, I used to be such a Devin Booker fan, but shit, dog, I can't stand the man no more. So,
That's
all
the thing.
I can just say is shout out to Minnesota, dog. 'Cause
They have to
how-
get rid of KD. That's their only move. Trade KD, get assets, get picks, because they don't even have the picks to give up to get rid of Bradley Beal's
they
contract.
got no picks, dog.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they have They don't have a second rounder till like 2035 or something,
So they
and
don't
a
have
first rounder till 2030.
Yeah, they don't have a first rounder to 2030. So it's like, bruh, and a second rounder, like NBA second rounder, unless you
Hey.
get 30 to 38.
Hey, it's funny how things work out. That's all I can say.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Okay.
But could we talk about Minnesota real quick? My apologies to Rudy. I still think he's a liability defensively in the fourth quarter when you got somebody that you can stretch the floor with. But Anthony Edwards, at 22 years old,
Amazing.
I don't know, like
I need a
how.
paternity test. I need a paternity test on that boy. I'm sorry.
That's
No, that's
They
his
don't find out if he's
You
Michael
know that's
Jordan.
his son, bro. That's his son. I don't know if Jordan hangs out in Georgia or something, but that man, that's his grandchild or his son. That's all I can say.
53% from three in a closeout game. But I know everybody wants to talk about Ant, and I do too. He's amazing. But let's not forget Cat. 10 rebounds, 28 points.
That's another apology. That's another apology for me. I've been really hard on Cat, and I've been real. God, Rudy gets on my nerves, right? But they somehow just figured that shit out. But my flowers, Nikhil Alexander Walker,
Yeah. I'm happy for that dude.
Daniel, like they're role players. The thing about the Nuggets that I love the most is that they know their roles. Like all of them know their roles in Denver. That's why they're champions. Minnesota, they've all figured out their roles. OKC, they've all figured out their roles. And we're at this point in which you look at the Lakers, they didn't know their roles. You look at Phoenix, they don't know their roles. And that's why LeBron and Kevin Durant led teams are 4 and 5 games out of the playoffs. Because like these younger guys, I feel like there's the cohesiveness. We talk about OKC, right? Like they hang out together, like Shea and Chet and all of them, like they're cool, right? You look at Minnesota, I feel like there's like a true like brotherhood that's there. Like A-Rod,
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards got Rudy Gobert to be likable again somehow. Like he went all COVID and shit on everything, and all of a sudden it's like, you know what? He may not be that bad of a guy. So I don't know. I don't know how they're doing it because like it's like who's their leader, right? Like
I think
their leaders-
Anthony Edwards just wants to win and brings the best out of everybody. And
a 22-year-old is the leader of that team. That's crazy.
I agree, but I think I think he knows his role. I think he knows his role, and he's my new favorite NBA player, man. I think we're all in the same like.
He's there.
When it comes to it.
If Tyrese Maxey wasn't a Sixer, Tyrese Maxey is my guy.
Mhm.
I'll give Ant number 2. Sammy, you commented on one of the posts. I say he's him, right? On Ant-Man. We can talk about Phoenix all day, but let's talk about Minnesota, Sammy, from your perspective. They're gonna have to play the Denver Nuggets next, and we don't really have to talk about that series. Denver won. Jamal Murray, I fucking hate him, but he hit 2 game-winning shots to send the Lakers out, and that's cool. The old guys are gone. So, kind of just previewing a little bit. Looking at Minnesota, looking at Denver. What do you see from Minnesota right now that gives you maybe they could pull this shit off? Maybe they're there already, or do you think they're not ready yet for that big light? You know what I mean?
I really think this is going to be a lot closer than people are going to predict. And that's for the simple fact that I saw at the end of that game, Jamal Murray is hobbled. And I think that's not a good sign. Either if Jamal Murray is not hobbled or not, like I think Anthony Edwards would cook him. But I will say this. I am already, right? I got it on record now. I am already considering Anthony Edwards in my top 5. Already. Like I am this close to putting him above Luka in my top 5. But this is the series that I need to see.
Give me your top 5 right now.
If this series, Joker, Embiid,
Tatum,
Giannis,
Big. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Tatum.
Ants 5. No, Tatum's not in the top 5. No.
Wow.
I never put him in the top 5. I've never put him in the top 5.
Never? He never put him in the top 5?
Nah. He's
I'll
always
tell you,
7 for me. Always 7.
I don't mind Tatum at 5.
Okay.
You got to put LeBron in there somewhere though.
I'm out. I'm out, cut.
Out on what?
I'm out, cut.
He's still bowling on these, bruh. Oh my God. All right. What is it gonna take for you to say is gonna be in that top 5 then?
Yeah, so I think he's already at the point where we know he can drop buckets, right? He averaged about 27 this year. He's improved by 2 points every single year. If you go back and you look at it, he went from 19 to 21 to 24, and then this year is like 26.7. So next year, if he takes that leap and he averages close to that 28, 29, a little more confident in that top 5. But also, I want to see him take over this series just like he did in this other series. And I love that he didn't play with his food in the first series. Didn't play with his food, put them away. He was him. He did it on KD. He did it on Booker. He was just owning those kids, right? So I'm like, yo, you're better than them. So it's easy. But
can we talk about that dunk? Oh my God,
yeah.
man.
That dunk, bruh. I was very intoxicated when that happened, and my phone was underneath me, and I was about to grab my phone and be like, "Holy shit, did y'all see that dunk?" But I was just so drunk. But dog, and you talk about he did it to KD, right, and Book and Bill, but KD is his favorite player, right? So as a 22-year-old, like, damn, that should be a little, like, a little nervous, right? Bruh, the way he cooked that team, talked his shit and backed it up, he's in my top 5 already. Like, the way he talked his shit and backed that shit up, and bro, you can't talk. He got those boys playing so confident. Oh, it's crazy.
But I love in his press conference that he was pointing out specific things that he was telling Kat. But he didn't say it in a negative way. He said it very positively, and I like that. Like, that's it's still young leadership, but to me, it's like that's a great start. Like, if he's already like that, he's already scoring like this, he's already mentoring players and telling them from a basketball perspective. Like, what, 28?
No, Cat's not 28, dude.
Cat's been in the league for about 7 years now, right?
Oh my God, he is 28. Holy shit.
He's 28.
Dude, I thought that motherfucker was like Tatum's age.
No, bro, he's old, and Anthony Edwards is mentoring him. 22 years old, he's mentoring Cat, who's been an all-star, 3-point contest winner, all this shit. And
we know he's soft. He's like Devin Booker. He's soft.
Well, regardless, you're already seeing that leadership from him.
Yeah.
We know he can score buckets. Granted, I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more to consider top 5, right? I would like to see a little bit more points, right? Points per game. And that'll come, right? That's coming next year, 100%. Like, that's there's no doubt.
The way that team is constructed, does it have to?
Yes. If you want to be a top 5 player, you got to prove me.
You say he's averaging how much?
27.
That's.
I need to see at least. I need to see at least 28.
Cat giving you 20 plus 25. Conley gonna give you. I don't know. I don't think he has to.
If you're not a big assist guy or a big rebound guy, I got to see at least 28.
Okay.
Big bunda.
So,
Vic, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Tim Connolly. He's the guy that drafted Jokic in Denver. He's the guy that traded for Aaron Gordon in Denver, and then went to Minnesota and signed Rudy Gobert to that huge deal that we all thought was never going to work. And then don't forget, he traded for Kyle Anderson too. So he's made a lot of good moves. He signed Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid, another one. So just a really, really good GM, and looks like he's going to be facing his old team in this next series. So very cool.
And you look at the West, it's crazy. It's like the West has been like such a crazy, like, oh my God, who's going to what seeding, right? We already got 3 of the 4 teams already like ready to go for the second round. In the East, nobody ready. Well, Boston's ready. So, and then we got the Clippers Maverick series. I mean, A-Rod, we talked about the Lakers, making it all the way, and clearly that's not happening. So let's just touch on the Lakers real quick before we go to and then I'm gonna just say this real quick. OKC, we don't have to talk about OKC. them boys, like with the way we're talking about Ant, Shea got them boys doing the same thing. So shout out to OKC for what they pulled off. They're gonna have to play the winner of this series that we're gonna talk about. So Clippers Mavericks. We're gonna find out later tonight who's gonna win Game 5. But Kawhi, we talk about availability, and once again, Kawhi is like in and out the lineup, in and out the lineup, and that's the thing with the Clippers. Like that's why I can never put Kawhi in that stratosphere that people want to put him in. But A-Rod, what have you seen from that series? Because like Kawhi, when he played, they 2-0, and when he don't play, 0-2. So what have you seen from that series so far?
As exciting as I wanted to be, it's just been boring to me.
Boring, yeah.
It's just been boring.
Yeah.
Like Paul George had one good game, and I expect that. Paul George doesn't move the needle for me. Maybe he doesn't with the Magic. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he does with the Sixers.
Yeah,
never know.
Tyrese, ooh, love it.
But Luka's playing injured now. He's got like a sprained ankle. And if anything, I give him props because he's gonna thug it out. But it's just been, it's like maybe it's our game. It hasn't been exciting. It really hasn't. And I really want Dallas to put them away because I can't stand the Clippers.
Who do you hate more, the Clippers or the Suns?
I don't hate the Clippers as much as I hate the Suns. The Suns I hate more.
Hey, your boy Kyrie's on the Mavericks. That's a crazy.
I have vendettas against players, but if I had to pick the one I hate the most, I hate two on the Suns, so it's going to be the Suns. So, but I don't know, man. I'm praying Dallas comes up and wins the series. That's it. It's probably going to go 7 games.
Sammy, Vic, what you got? Sammy, what you got to say about this series?
Clippers in 7, bro.
I know you are. All right, Vic, what you got?
I'm really hoping for Clippers in 7.
Why?
I don't like Kyrie Irving.
I don't want to see the fucking Clippers in the next round. I'm sorry. I want to see Luka versus the Thunder. Like, to me, we're gonna get the young Thunder and Luka. Like, to me, that's just exactly.
I just want to see Luka play a little defense.
He was locking them up Game 1 and 2.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Stop playing with him. All right, and then before we move on to the NFL draft and everything that's happening, Sammy, Vic, A-Rod, we gonna just real quick, because I'm a LeBron fan, so I got to touch on the Lakers.
I got one thing I want to say before we talk about the NFL. Jamal Murray, I'm so fucking pissed that we're never gonna see like his true potential in the NBA because there's so many guards in the East, like as an all-star or anything like that. But like, dude is a great basketball player.
Fuck Jamal Murray.
I've been saying, listen. I went with you on that Lakers take, and I knew they were going to lose. I knew it the whole fucking time, and I said it last year too.
All right. Do you know?
Come on over, A-Rod. Come on over, man. The water's warm, brother.
Sammy, do you know why I think Minnesota could beat Denver? The Lakers dominated the series because they would led the whole series, but the last 5-6 minutes couldn't pull it through. The way this Minnesota team is constructed. If Denver keeps playing the same way they're playing against Minnesota gonna win that series because you're right. Jamal Murray is great, but his greatness, we see it more in that fourth quarter, right? I think Minnesota is young enough to keep up with them. They're coached well enough to keep up with them. And as much shit, we want to give the Lakers for not being able to close out the series. The Lakers honestly played their ass off this series. They just could not fucking close. And Minnesota, to me, I've seen them close, and them boys is good. So that's I would say that's my thing about the Nuggets. It's like and Jamal Murray, like he's a good player, but like Anthony Edwards versus Jamal Murray, who you gonna take? Like let's be honest, I'm taking Anthony Edwards every day, 22 years old or not. Right now, I'm taking Anthony Edwards. That's just how I feel. But and Jokic, he got to deal with 7'6" Rudy and Cat. It's not gonna be as easy. That's all I'm gonna say. But Sammy, what's next for LeBron?
Galveston.
Yeah, come on, man. Have some respect. Have some respect, dog. Whether you don't think he the GOAT or not, he's still him. So
yeah, of course. All I said about LeBron James is I'm tired of putting him in my top 5. Like I'm just tired of it. There's no reason anymore. Like he can get 35. Of all time, he's still up there. But right now,
up where?
Top 5? Yeah, 100%.
Top 5.
Yeah.
You gonna say?
No,
I'm not going down this road. I'm just letting you know.
Havlicek? You gonna take
Right now,
Havlicek over him?
I'm not stupid. Come on. Clearly, I know ball. But what I'm gonna say is, right now, like if I'm starting a team, I'm not taking LeBron James. And if I have the first 5 picks to get anybody I want, I'm not taking LeBron James. I'm taking all these other guys I could potentially get. I'm not saying he's dropped to like 20. No, he's probably in the top 10 right this moment.
You good. I get it. The young folks said, Steph, go home. Durant, go home. And King, that you own this, you or him, go home. So I get it. You're absolutely right. It's a young man sport. But,
I respect the greatness. 21 years in the league. He's always averaged 25 plus points per game. He's up there in all these different categories. Loves to choke in specific playoff games against good opponents. But overall,
he choked against who?
He
choked against who? He choked
one
against Dallas in one series. He ain't choked. Oh, stop. Oh, Vic, go ahead, bro. What's next for your rival, the Lakers? What's that? Not LeBron. What's next for the Lakers, Vic? Like as a whole.
I think the Lakers need to figure out what they want to do. Do they want to stick with LeBron and keep this going, or do they want to start a rebuild? LeBron's not getting any younger. AD's not getting any younger. He had probably the healthiest season he's ever had. But I don't know. It really comes down to the Lakers and what the Lakers want to do. I know LeBron probably wants to stay in LA. So my guess is my guess is he's
old.
But the thing with the Lakers is they're kind of in the same position as the Suns, just a little bit further down the line, right? So I don't know if I don't think they have any first round picks in this next year's draft. Let me see.
They only have their money tied up in LeBron and AD as like big $50 million contracts. So they're a little bit, and I mean, for me, our A-Rod, we were coaxed into thinking there was a chance, but there was no chance. So what's next for the organization? Because like Darvin Ham, coach hands in pockets. D'Angelo Russell, sometimes he's 35, sometimes he's 0. Like it's like, go ahead, Rod. What you got, bro?
D'Angelo Russell is gone. That guy's got to go. After what I saw, game, what was it, 5, where he was sitting on
game 4.
Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go.
3. It was 3.
Regardless, all of them. Even the ones he scored 0, he got to go. Darvin Ham, like I wish you the best, man, but you got to go.
Remember, I told you I was watching Roku TV. Guess who's playing for the Bucks? Darvin Ham. I was like, oh shit, Darvin Ham. But yeah, go ahead.
Good basketball player, but he's not a good basketball coach. You got to go. Yeah. And I think you got to get rid of Rob Pelinka, man. I don't think Rob Pelinka's it. I just don't. I think we've given him credit to his like last minute teams that he puts together. And this offseason, we were like, yeah, it's gonna work, and it was trash. It was trash. It was a trash team.
I mean, they won 40. How many games they won? They won 46, 47 games. I mean,
I can allude to that, but they didn't win. They didn't win the championship, and they can't get past the Nuggets.
That's the problem.
If they were smart, they wouldn't have won that game, and they would have let the next team advance. And then,
but you don't want to play with house. You don't want to play with fire like that. Like to me,
you don't. But they're bad. You haven't won a game in God knows how many years against them. So
that's crazy. Yeah. And I'll say this, and I love Jeannie Buss. I think she's a fantastic woman, and I watch Winning Time, and I see her story. But ever since Dr. Buss passed away, that team has been in the shit. Like Kobe, his last few years there, he did not. That shit was. I mean, remember Sucre or Sacre, whatever his name was, like Smush Park. Dog, that team has been horribly ran ever since Dr. Buss passed away. Yeah. So to me, I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to put the blame on her, but like she's a face. Good looking old, good looking woman. You know what I'm saying? She's a nice lady. You know what I'm saying? But there's too many cooks in that kitchen. They got too much shit going on there. The brothers trying to take the team. They got, all too much shit going on. So to me, there's got to be a change at the top. But I don't know. Oh, Steve McCullough. Well, by the way, let's get to the NFL. It's 110-77. Vic was scared to be on the show tonight because he was like, I'm scared. It's 110-77. Can we accept Vic? Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good. I get to watch that point guard that you guys gave us. Appreciate it, by the way.
All right. Let's move on. NFL draft. Everybody's team got a little bit different, right? I know how I feel about my team, but we're gonna go from worst to first. So, Sammy, you mentioned something about Drake May today. So the floor is yours, man. Tell me what you think about the draft, what you think about your offseason as a whole, and where we at moving forward.
I mean, the offseason as a whole has been meh, but the draft I was happy with. Honestly, I thought they addressed all of the concerns that a lot of us as fans had. Granted, I'm still like, obviously the ruling is still out on Drake May, right? He's a rookie. We're gonna see him we're not gonna see him probably till at least like week 8, week 9, if we even see him this year.
You don't think he has a chance to compete with Brissett for that?
I wouldn't.
He's ready.
I wouldn't. But we got some pretty solid wide receivers late in the draft, which I thought was pretty good in the second, third round. I'm really I hate UCF, but I'm excited for that Javon Baker kid. I like his mouth already. Pause. Like that dude. That dude
he's nasty, dude.
That dude is talking, bro. I like that.
Listen, I know y'all hate Buffalo, but Keon Coleman, I became a overnight fan where he was talking about his Macy's shit. I don't know. I'm a Keon Coleman fan.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, I'm starting to come around on Drake May just because I know his loyalty. I'm hearing a lot about his story, the fact that he could have went to any college that he wanted to, but he chose UNC because of his family. He wanted to stay with where all his brothers and his dad went. And then when his offensive coordinator left, he had the opportunity to leave and go to Wisconsin. And he's like, no, this is my team. This is where I want to be. I like that. And I'm also looking at some of the talent scouts talking about the fact that he did all of that he did with just very limited support. Not to mention, he's got a gun of an arm. He's been saying all of the right things in these pressers, and I've been super, super impressed. He's got way more energy than Mac Jones does, right? Like, and that's just, it's very different than what I'm used to. He's very athletic. So again, it's gonna take me a bit, but I'm getting a little hype. I'm getting a little hype about it. And again, I want to see how the coaching does with the talent, but I thought the draft went. It went how I wanted it to go, and I wasn't too upset.
Is Bill O'Brien still the offensive coordinator? Vic, how do you think Bill O'Brien is going to work with Drake May?
I don't think Bill O'Brien's still the offensive coordinator.
Is he not?
No.
Who's the offensive coordinator now?
Fuck if I know. Yeah, Bill O'Brien's at Boston College, brother.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I have no idea who your offensive coordinator is. So that's the big question. That's the big question because you guys are a very defensive-minded.
Alex Van Pelt,
the guy from the Browns. I forgot about that. Yeah, that fucking guy.
I forgot about that. That was last week, right? Or 2 weeks ago, something like that.
No, it was in February. Yeah.
So y'all been very defensive-minded as an organization with Bill Belichick. You guys go to Gerard Mayo, still defensive-minded. I think to obviously Tom Brady, his game got here, and then all the way here because of the offensive coordinators that you had in place. Obviously with Josh. And then, you had, Bill O'Brien, all these different people coming through. So the way you guys are set up right now with the talent that you have and the receivers and everything, Vic, are you on the same page with Sammy with Drake May or?
I don't know. I'm not as happy as Sammy. I get Daniel Jones vibes.
Nah, I don't get those.
I get Josh Allen vibes.
Oh,
dude, he's not as thick as Josh Allen.
Pause.
Heyo. But yeah, I'm happy with our draft. Can we just I don't have much more time left, but before I go, can we talk about the Michael Penix Jr. pick?
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Right.
I just want to get y'all's team, and then we're gonna give the outliers of the draft.
I loved our draft. I loved it. We had no other choice but to take Drake May there. Yeah. No other choice. You have to. I don't blame the team for doing that.
All right. And then A-Rod, the other AFC East guy. We watched the first round together at what's that place? Bar Howard. 50-cent wings. Them shits was actually pretty good. But anyway, A-Rod, and I got to see the Sixers win that night too. But A-Rod, the Jets, we don't go get Brock Bowers, and we go get my Nigerian brother from Penn State. I'm not really sure what y'all did 2nd through 7. So how do you feel about your draft overall?
I liked it. We got a lot of offensive power, which is very rare for us to do. So we got Olu in the first pick, and then we got Corley from Western Kentucky, the wide receiver, and then Braylon Allen from Wisconsin, who's apparently a beast, man. Apparently he's like jacked beyond belief.
What position?
Running back. The running back. We got him in the 4th.
Another one of them, Jonathan Taylor. Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
Then Jordan Travis we picked up in the 5th, which I really like a lot too.
You like that? I love that.
I like what the Jets did. They went and got 2 defensive players, Mr. Irrelevant. We got him, and we got what's his name, Jalen Key from Alabama, the safety. So I'm not mad with that. I like what we did.
All right, and AFC East, between the three of y'all, who's winning the AFC East next year?
It ain't the Bills, that's for sure.
Miami Dolphins.
Still?
Yeah.
A-Rod, you agree? Because A-Rod,
Too early to tell.
Other A-Rod might be playing 17 games.
Too early to
My
tell.
man said too early to call.
Yeah, too early to call.
All right, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all, man. You know who won the draft. Yo, we're gonna talk about our
Eagles
naysayers.
do this every year. It's
I'm
wild.
gonna
Take
talk
care of
about,
the Knicks.
I'm gonna let my naysayers know about Howie Roseman before we close out the show. But dog, how do y'all keep letting us get away with this shit, dog? That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Y'all just be letting us do what we want. Ever since he screwed up with Justin Jefferson and drafted that bum ass Jalen Reagor, who's still a Patriot, ain't he? He's still a Patriot. He's turned that shit. He's turned that shit around, dog. Bro, we got Quinn Mitchell from Toledo. His tape looks good. I didn't know much about him, but so I watched the tape. Tape looked good. Then we got white boy Cooper DeJean, and I love his tape.
Jackie Robinson.
He's the white Jackie Robinson. Shout out to Cleveland, dog. We got two defensive backs of the fairer skin, right? So shout out to the Eagles for understanding how
They're gonna get cooked.
All right, you see 4-3-3, baby.
That's not with pads on, and that's not lateral movement, brother. Come on, I ain't dumb.
Will Shipley, I love him. Everybody talk, Jalen Hunt, we do from whatever school, Houston Community College, whatever it is. I don't know shit about him, but we'll see what Vic Fangio does with that. But my two favorite picks, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Come on now, that was like, I cried about that one because I grew up on that level of the Eagles. Like, oh my God, I love Jeremiah Trotter as a kid, so shout out to him.
He's going down the whole draft list.
And then Trevor Keegan, University of Michigan. We got somebody to take care of the offensive line. We good. So to me, I look at the NFC. We back. That's all I'm gonna say. We back. So, but you brought up a very good point because I want to talk about the odd shit that happened in the draft. But there's nothing more intriguing or weird or whatever than a Michael Penix Jr. draft. Me and A-Rod were at Bar Howard, and we have a Nick Cullen. He's an Atlanta Falcons fan, and I was like, as soon as I saw the pick, I looked right at him, and there was no reaction because I don't know how I would feel. I listen
why does everybody hate on that pick?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you my perspective.
I don't get it.
Sammy, I'm gonna give you my perspective.
They just signed Kirk Cousins.
All right, I'm gonna give you. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all have the floor. I'm gonna give you my perspective, right? I speak out of both sides of my mouth with this one, to be honest with you, right? On one aspect, if I'm Kirk Cousins, what the fuck? Like, I just signed for all this money. My press conference, I said I'm so happy to retire as a Falcon. Yeah,
and they tampered to get him.
That's another story. But long story short, it's like I get it. I don't want to feel bad for Kirk Cousins because
he's an agent.
Look at Kirk Cousins' career, right? They drafted the Washington Redskins at the time. They drafted RG3, and they said, "Yeah, we're gonna get Kirk Cousins right after that." And Kirk Cousins was like, "Bet." and he's been riding this fucking wave for years of just franchise, guaranteed contract. He's made a lot of damn money, right? So to me, it's like he's a nice guy. We all watch QB, whatever that shit was on Netflix. He's a nice guy, but I understand it from the perspective of Atlanta. Was like, all right, look, he ain't gonna be here forever. He's coming off an Achilles injury. We really like this guy. And I look at Atlanta, they're like creatures of habit, right? They looked at Matt Ryan, they said, we need to get another Matt Ryan. And Kirk Cousins is exactly that. He's another Matt Ryan. And then they looked at Michael Penix, black kid that throws from the left with the left, that can get the city involved. And Arthur Blank and all of them, they looked at it from they saw repetition from Matt Ryan and repetition from Mike Vick to get the city involved. So the problem that I have is that they gave this man $100+ million to tell him we're drafting a replacement. Like when Aaron Rodgers, when they drafted Jordan Love, I was like, damn, that sucks. But it obviously it's paying off, right? But it was weird at the time, right? And they haven't had a Super Bowl. He won back-to-back MVPs. Ain't no Super Bowls out of it, right? You look at, what was that situation in Seattle? They paid, was it Matt Flynn, all that money. They drafted Russ in the 4th round, got rid of Matt Flynn, and they won a Super Bowl, right? We have Carson Wentz, and we just paid him a boatload of money. We drafted Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round. We made it to the Super Bowl. So I can see why they did it, because at the end of the day, you don't do shit in this NFL without a quarterback. A healthy quarterback, a competent quarterback, all of it.
KK.
Yeah.
That's the only point you need to make to all of these fucking idiots who try to say the draft and all this other shit. When the quarterback is the premium position, if you're in a position to get one and you have everything else pretty much solidified, you take the quarterback and then you just take your other picks and just stock up on stuff until you maybe hit something. Because the rest of those picks don't fucking matter if you don't have a quarterback. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Only problem.
Because I'm saying
I would say my only problem was just the financial shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's funny money.
That's the only
you
problem.
Guys it's fucking funny money.
Yeah, but they have to pay him guaranteed money for a top 10 pick when they just paid Kirk Cousins $50 million.
And it was, that's all they have. That's all they have on the books is Kirk Cousins is 50 because they can out at the end of it. He only had what, 10 mil guaranteed or 50 mil guaranteed, right? So the rest of it gets paid out later.
No, 100 mil guaranteed.
It's 100 mil guaranteed over what?
4 years.
Okay, so in 3 years, that's 30 mil a year. You can get rid of him on the 4th.
Basically, after his second year, he's expendable.
So then what the fuck is like? Why are we all like? You know what I'm saying?
But like,
if Kirk goes down.
Do they want to win now or do they want to win later?
It doesn't fucking matter. If Kirk goes down, Kirk retires, or if it doesn't end up working out, well, now you have a backup that you can potentially test now at this current moment.
Correct.
If you don't, you end up like the fucking New England Patriots without a quarterback and without anything in their ass right now.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the thing is, Michael Penix is going to be like 28 in 2 years. So it's not like
no, he's 24
then he's ready
now. He's 24.
Then he's ready.
He's 24. Okay?
He's 24. So he's going to be 26.
So it'll be 26 when he starts. So he'll be the same age as Brandon Whedon.
No,
he's going to be ready.
28. He was 28.
Yeah, he was actually 28.
He was 28. So here, and that's why I said I speak out of both sides of my mouth on this one, because like
no.
It
don't
from both perspectives.
Stick with your guns, bro. Like that's the best point. That's the only fucking point.
You know what it was?
Because
in the
listen,
moment,
all these people are thinking that this money is like, oh, dude, it's first of all, it's fucking funny money, right? It's all fake. It's fucking fake.
Like,
second of all, if you don't have a quarterback, you're cooked.
I don't know how we have all this money, but AJ Brown got the most money. Devontae Smith got money. We paid all of our offensive linemen. So
didn't the cap just go up like 60 mil too?
I don't know where the money comes from. So you're absolutely right on that one. You're absolutely right. It is funny money, but I just think it's like it's hard to read what Atlanta's trying to do. Like, when are they going to be considered a winner? Because you do know. Let's look at all the quarterbacks that have been winning lately. A lot of them rookie contracts. A lot of rookie contracts, and I get it with Penix, but like you're paying a rookie contract where you're supposed to be winning, but you're also paying $100 million to Kirk. So that's where I'm like, what are they trying to accomplish here? Because Michael Penix throws that one beautiful ball to Kyle Pitts and that one beautiful ball to Drake London, and there's going to be like, dog. Take it from me. When Nick Foles won that Super Bowl, that was the worst shit that happened to Carson Wentz. It ruined him.
And not
It
to mention,
ruined him.
we're talking about a quarterback that like is actually pretty fucking good and has huge balls and has a big arm and is pretty fucking athletic, but doesn't choose to run first. If we were talking about Bo Nix, I'd be like, okay, that's kind of stupid. I didn't hate the pick. Like everybody's shitting on it. Watch in 2 to 3 years, people are gonna be eating their shit, bro. Yeah. And we're gonna come back and I'm gonna get my flowers for this episode. You too, KK, because you've been on board with this.
Hey Rob, but you did say there was gonna be like 6, 7 quarterbacks taken, and I know you mentioned Michael Penix as one of them. So the flowers are yours. What was your? I mean,
got a great post out of it too.
Yeah, But hey Rob, like, what was your thoughts on the pick? Just in general, right? Actually, no, Vic. What was your thoughts on the pick? And then everybody gets to take it home because we about to wrap up soon. But
wait, which pick? I'm sorry.
Michael Penix.
I thought it was a terrible pick. You're reaching. Not only are you drafting a quarterback after you just signed one, but you're also reaching for probably, in my opinion, the 4th or 5th best quarterback in the draft. If you're gonna take a flyer, take JJ McCarthy. If you're planning on sitting somebody for a few years, take JJ.
That's Atlanta.
Again, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Yeah. You're not working in the NFL. They graded that guy at number 2 apparently, which I think is crazy. But they've got somebody in the room that said he's the second best quarterback.
But to counter that, JJ is the same quarterback as Kirk. So
the thing with Penix, take injuries away. He's had a productive collegiate career. The injuries is what looks bad on him, right? But outside of that, he can sling it. So I get it. It's just, why did y'all pay Kirk then? Like, that was my problem. I was like, fuck Kirk. Don't give Kirk the money. That was my only thing. Why did you give him the money? If you knew.
Because you need a quarterback no matter what, dude. You need a quarterback. It doesn't matter now, later. You better set yourself up for success down the road.
Wilson was cheaper.
God damn.
Justin Fields was cheaper. A lot of quarterbacks was cheaper. Vic, before you head out, what do you got to let your naysayers know? Well, he already left. Cool, whatever. But all I'm saying is that there was cheaper. Oh, Vic.
Sorry, I'm back. Guys, I heard what you said, so I came back real quick.
Can you please tell me what you need your naysayers to know before you head out, sir?
Yeah, Michael Penix is a terrible pick.
Damn.
All right, boys. Have a good night.
All right, bro. Hey, shout out to Derek White.
Yeah, the greatest.
All right, but like Sammy, all I'm saying is that I love the idea of the pick. I think they could have traded back and got him and got assets. Like, to me, they didn't play their cards right. They got the player that they wanted, but you could have played your cards a little bit better. That was my gripe. Because I understand the pick. I just don't understand the approach to the pick. Because, like, think about it, the Jets. The Jets had no reason to trade back one.
We also don't know. Maybe they did try to trade back. Maybe nobody really wanted to. Like, the draft was very weird if you really think about it. Outside of the top 5 to 6,
pick,
like, everybody really just picked at the position of need if you think about it, right? Like, that's why I think a lot of teams, other than Atlanta fans, are happy with the draft because they picked the position of need. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, and Atlanta doesn't, right? Let's say they didn't pick a position in need, but they picked a player that's good, that has all of the NFL skill sets at a position that is the highest premium.
Hey, Rod.
Right? I mean,
hey, Rod, I know you've been all over the quarterbacks, you've been paying attention. So give me your perspective.
Of what? The whole quarterback in the draft?
That specific pick. Because like we could talk about McCarthy. We knew he was going to Minnesota. Every quarterback that got picked, we kind of had an idea they're going there. Michael Penix to Atlanta, that was the only one in which, I was flabbergasted. Let's be honest. So.
Me too.
So just give me your perspective as to their decision making of Atlanta, and just give me let me pick your brain.
I see both sides to it. I'm neutral. I don't care. It's Atlanta, but like I understand.
Give me a side.
I can't. I don't give a shit.
KK, you got to give a side too, bro.
I can't. I need A-Rod to sway me.
Then A-Rod don't have to
sway me.
like it makes, like what Sammy said, makes sense. Like for the future, it does make sense, and you can get off that Kirk Cousins contract in 2 years if it doesn't work. It makes sense, but also you need to fix that defense. There's no line, there's no linebackers, there's no nothing.
That's the other part. Thank you.
That's the part that I'm just like, whatever. But I'm not in that room. I'm not making the decisions. I definitely would not have Michael Penix number 2 on my board. And apparently that's where they saw him at, behind Caleb Williams. And
Who's
that's
better than Michael Penix?
I'd take Jaden Daniels over Michael Penix.
Why?
I like his athleticism. I like
he won the Heisman?
No, I didn't say it because he won the Heisman. His athleticism, what he brings to the game. I think he's do 40 fucking touchdowns. That's a lot of fucking touchdowns to throw.
To me, the thing with Jaden Daniels, a lot of that shit was garbage time.
Didn't
and
Penix
he's
throw
45 pounds.
Like,
but yeah, Penix has some crazy receivers too. I don't know. I'm more to Jay. Well, fuck it. I guess I have Michael Penix at number 2 then.
Let's go.
So I don't know. Like it was a weird fucking draft, like Sammy said. It was the weirdest fucking draft I've seen for a lot of things to happen. For the Jets just to trade down 1 fucking pick and not get like 2 of the first rounders from the Vikings, it made no sense to me. So,
yo, I was looking at the 40 times. Damn, I don't have Michael
like,
Penix ran a
to
good
be honest,
40.
To address what you originally said too, like they got to address the defense. I mean, picks 2 through 5 were all defensive players.
All offensive players.
Defensive.
There was no defensive player drafted. Oh, you mean for Atlanta?
Falcons. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Like rounds 2 through 5, they went all
right.
defense.
And again, if they hit with those picks, then the pick was great. You know what I mean? But
that's with any pick.
The position of need, because you said everybody did well because they drafted position of need. The position of need for them, they don't got no pass rushers. So
I'll be 100% honest with you. In today's NFL, if I have a first round pick in the top 12, 15, I'm taking a quarterback no matter what in that first round because I want to hit on a quarterback. I want a potential Patrick Mahomes, right? I'm going to take that chance.
Tackle too, though.
I'm going to take that chance, right? And then 2 through a million, best available at the position of need.
You want to take the best offensive line?
Yeah, because the fucking available? Funny money. Get a free agent the year after. Come on, it's the NFL. How many of these guys hit on their first year?
Would you take, if you have like the 7th pick, right? Would you take the number 1 offensive tackle, left tackle, right? Or the number 5 quarterback?
Number 5 quarterback.
Get the fuck out of here. Look at every draft over the last 10 years.
Let me ask you this.
How many quarterbacks hit every year? 1 or 2?
Yeah. And I want to be the one that hits.
That's the coin I don't want to flip.
I'm going to flip it. Because if you hit.
Didn't work.
If you hit. But you're talking about the ones that failed. You want to hit, right? So you want to increase your statistics of being able to hit on a quarterback. So you take them. Right? You take them.
Because statistically speaking, out of every draft we've been watching over in our lifetimes, there's bust for days, and 1 or 2, then that dude was good. That's the problem.
That's why it is considered a premium position. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a premium
how many
position.
left tackles? How many great left tackles are a bust? No, not many.
That means you can get one next year.
Which means I can get a quarterback next year too.
Exactly.
Why would they reach for Michael Penix now when they could have got Spencer Rattler in the second?
What is the price? What is the cost difference of a number 1 left tackle and the number 2 left tackle?
I don't know. You tell me.
Probably barely anything.
And cocksucker beat it.
Probably nothing.
Say that one more time, A-Rod.
About 30, 40 grand,
like
cocksucker.
30, 40 grand, cocksucker beat it. Thank you.
But the difference between.
Sammy, sorry. Who said that?
You want me to convince you? I'm trying to convince you. Both of y'all aren't taking a stance. I'm trying to give a stance.
Sammy, tell me what song that came from what artist was that? Like 30 grand, 30 to 40 grand cocksucker beat. Well, what's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6? Like 30 to 40 grand cocksucker beat it. Who said that, Sammy?
I only know one song where he said it. I know I'm probably incorrect on it because I've heard it in one song, but I think it was referenced from a different song.
Say Tory Lanez.
I said Tory Lanez.
A-Rod, you heard that shit? I knew he was gonna say it. I'm so disappointed in you, Sammy. So disappointed.
I mean, I'm the one coming up with the takes here. Nobody else is.
Imaginary players, baby.
Here's my take. I'm drafting either a quarterback or an offensive lineman, depending on how long my tenure has been as the GM and if I'm on the hot seat. If I'm on the hot seat, I'm taking that quarterback. If I'm coasting, I'm taking that O lineman.
And for Atlanta,
but A-Rod, you forgot to add this part in. If you're coasting, it's because you already have a quarterback. So you have to take the offensive lineman.
Sammy,
true.
So come on, man.
Sammy,
Come
I'll give
on,
you this.
A-Rod.
Sammy, I'll give you this. Arthur Blank, he's had Mike Vick that was supposed to work, and shit happened, right? He had Matt Ryan winning MVP, up 28-3. Shit happened. Then he fucked around and got Dalton, what's his name? Ritter, whatever.
Whoa. But you're
let me explain. Let me explain.
Super Bowl is nothing.
Let me explain.
Winning one is tough. Going to one is also just as tough.
Let me explain. He got to a point in which he knew he fucked up after Matt Ryan, and it was like, look, I'm gonna go get Kirk, and I'm gonna go get the rookie, and I'm covering all my bases.
I just wanted to be known that on this podcast, consistently all year, I had to debate with you motherfuckers about if you don't have a quarterback, you're cooked. And here you guys are blaming another organization for trying to just stock up on quarterbacks so they hit on something, and you telling me that their draft was bad.
But
just
how
saying.
sure are we that Michael Penix is their quarterback?
Thank you,
That's
A-Rod.
the thing. But how sure are we that Michael Penix is that quarterback?
You are never sure, KK. That's not the fucking point.
If there's anything I'll back off that shitty ass Celtics fan that I call like my best friend is that we've all been high on Michael Penix all year. I don't think any of us have not been high on Michael Penix.
We have.
So I think
it's my favorite team.
I
just know as a Michigan fan, we beat that ass, baby.
Listen, it doesn't make sense when we're looking at the draft and we're looking at it what you need like per se right away. But maybe there's something Atlanta's cooking, and I'm not opposed to you taking a young quarterback to sit behind a veteran just to let him learn it. We've seen that it works. It works.
The fucking Green Bay Packers. The fucking Green Bay Packers.
And that's why.
Does it rub them the wrong way? Pause. Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Because Kirk Cousins was sitting there like, I got $100 million again, and then he's eating his what do white people eat? Meatloaf at home, and he gets a phone call.
Not meatloaf, liver.
No, they don't eat that shit. Nah. Ask a wife, bro. Anyways, he's eating his meatloaf with parsnips. Oh yeah, she is she likes good wine too. He's eating his meatloaf. We're gonna say for it meatloaf and parsnips, and he gets that phone call. And they're like, we're gonna take a quarterback. So I get why it rubs them the wrong way, but historically, like we've always said, I'd rather a young quarterback sit behind a veteran. So he learns the system.
Tom Brady, Bledsoe, Patrick Mahomes, Alex Smith.
I think Michael Penix is set up for success. I think Michael Penix is set up for success.
For the sake of the Falcons fans, they deserved a little bit of happiness. So I'll give them that. So,
and I won't even lie. If I'm a young quarterback, I guarantee the odds of me succeeding is going to a team like that has a guy already in front that's going to take all of the hits, that's going to get cooked essentially, and then you come in as either the savior, you know what I mean, or you come in 2-3 years later and you start a new rebuild. I mean, the success is there, and that's why I think it's so crazy that off that one pick, everybody gave the Falcons an F, and I'm like, you guys are stupid.
I was like, listen, it's not that bad. And that's why it
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, look,
wasn't Cole Strange?
Yeah, I get.
Or the kicker. Remember the Bucks took the kicker in the third round?
Like, come on now. What was his name?
Who cares?
Aguayo. Oh, fucking Robert Aguayo. All right. Let's wrap this bitch up so we don't hit the 2-hour mark. Sammy, can you please tell me what your naysayers need to know?
All you Miami Heat fans. Ooh. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. The Celtics would have cooked your bitch asses with or without Jimmy Butler. It doesn't fucking matter because he didn't even play. He didn't show up. He was out there making the band somewhere with, I don't know, Jimmy Eat World or whatever, Fallout Boy. Don't let us get one, as Jimmy Butler wanted to post on Instagram. Pussy boy.
Damn. Sammy, say with your fucking chest, brother. A-Rod, say with your chest. You can talk shit about the Sixers. I'm cool. I'm here.
I know you're here. Don't worry. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to be there at the Els Fargo Arena, bro.
What you got for your naysayers?
We're gonna be there at the Wells Fargo Arena handing out L's, man.
A-Rod, ready? Finish the quote. If you see these dogs in your front yard, you know I'm going hard. Bing bong.
Fuck me. Listen,
Hey man, just show up, man. Show up. Make it interesting for me. Let's go to Game 7. I want a Game 7. I love a Game 7.
all right, man. Listen, naysayers. All I'm gonna say is that I love everything that's going on in New York, but right now it's fuck Latrell Sprewell, fuck John Starks, Patrick Ewing, Carmelo Anthony. I love him. Fuck him. Fuck Stephen A. Smith. Fuck who else? John McEnroe. Fuck who else? All of them.
Say
Fuck
the
them all.
entire city of New York, bro.
Fuck them all.
Breath, man.
Outside of Brooklyn, fuck Queens, fuck the Bronx, fuck Yonkers, fuck everything right now. All right. And Howie Roseman, naysayers, as y'all know, yeah, he fucked up with Justin Jefferson, but y'all see what's going on. Y'all see what's going on. So that's all I'm gonna say. We were unable to not get it under 2 hours, but fuck it, who cares? A-Rod, where can they find us at?
You can find us on Twitter at fair_weatherpod. Don't call that shit X because it is Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and if TikTok is not canceled in the United States, search the Fair Weather Podcast. Wherever you subscribe or listen to podcast audio, you can catch us there as well. If we got words of wisdom, let's
Not even words of wisdom. Sammy, what's up with the TikTok? Just to let the people know real quick.
Oh, we doing numbers.
Tell them, Sammy.
Okay, we did okay in the beginning, and then things are slowing down a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what this damn algorithm is because these videos are getting better, but the numbers aren't going up. So y'all go check out these clips. Everybody that's listening to this, y'all go check out these clips. These clips is
What's
nice.
The tag?
What's
the tag? Tag us. What?
At the Fair Weather Podcast, baby. We're the first ones on TikTok with that. Y'all already know.
Hey, let me just tell y'all real quick. Words of wisdom. Fuck. Bitches get money, dog. That's all I'm gonna say, dog. We outside, baby. Let's go. Sixers. Tyrese Maxey, the best player in the league, and Anthony Edwards is number 2. Peace.
Ended.